Hello, 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 hello. Sure, everything's on here. Yeah. I think my mic's on. All right. No camera today. It's garbage day. Tomorrow, so had to take out some trash. Anyway, let me share some links around here. Hopefully, there's some links I can share. So, Mr. Irenic Pelagian, let's go to your channel. Here we go. Uh, Pause that for a second because I don't want to hear myself talking. I'll do a share this. Oh, first of all, before I do that, let me share this. Share the join link. Control copy. Yes. So put that in the chat. Control paste. Bing. Let's pin that. You guys, I can learn. I can learn. If you guys remember last time, I was like totally spaced out on posting that link. So I'll post it over in the Brojo's Happy Chat, place where only cool people hang out. All right, and then let me do my YouTube link. Just copy that and post that over there too. All right. Anybody's welcome to come on in if you're bored like I am, and let's talk about it at least. I got a link shared over in the happy chat for Brojo's, so those peeps will be aware of that. I don't know if I even care about sharing it anywhere else, but feel free to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the StreamYard. Okay. Let's see. Do I have comments? No one besides me. Okay. How nice. How nice. No viewers yet. Well, let's see. We'll see who might come in. In the meantime, maybe I think I'll see something just to put in the background to listen to. Let me see. Oh, I know what would be good. Let me see if there's not something better here. What's today's date? The 9th. I think I can do this. I'll just put this in the background because I'm going to eat my pizza. So enjoy some Robert Barnes bourbon with Barnes. You should guys consider joining their locals community. It's like a ton of great stuff. Amos is the farmer that's Amish farmer that Robert's representing. So this ought to be interesting. What's up, man?
Greetings, Earthling.
All right. How are you?
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Good,
I wish you were
good
here.
morning.
I'd offer
Greetings,
you some
sir.
pizza, but
You're,
yeah,
you're eating pizza?
yeah. I'm just finishing up here.
Oh, you
My
take your
last,
time. Eat your pizza.
yeah. Look,
Chew
what's
every
this?
bite 30 times.
Plastic Jesus. Ooh. All right. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, space babies, what's up?
Hey, baby.
Y'all doing? Y'all
I
having
do
some fun?
I.
Hey,
Somehow I feel less inclined to welcome you into this hangout, like just generally, ever since you put that icon out there, Victor. I don't know what it
why?
is. I don't know. I can't
It's
figure.
my
I don't
favorite
know.
actors,
Nothing.
man.
I mean, I like.
I'm
It's
part
Charlie
black,
Parlay.
too. I'm part
I
black,
like that.
too.
Well, I know that. I can't figure it
What?
out.
What is it? What is it, man? What's wrong? Is it because I got green curlers in my hair? What?
I don't know. I think it's.
You think I'm just another motherfucker on the street, don't you? That's what I want you to think. Damn, crack ass motherfucker. I'll change it for your sake.
No, don't change it. I'm just messing around with you.
Let me see.
That's a fine man bun you got going there.
Oh, here's one that Yuri gave me. It's my name in his. What is it? Is it? I guess is you.
Polish.
Yeah, the symbol that they wear. Yeah, that's why it's
Polish? I thought it was
Victor in the symbol
Ukrainian.
form. Ukraine, yeah, Ukrainian symbol.
What's the dip? Polish.
Well, yeah, Ukrainian, Polish,
Like a
Georgian.
snowflake. It feels special.
Yeah.
That was nice of him to do that too.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. Cool guy.
Looks like it took a long time to crochet that shit.
Right? I saw my mom do that. Put that bitch to work. Like, hey, yo, do this. She's
Or
like, oh, okay.
needlepoint, I should say. Not
Now
really.
she's really good at that stuff. My mom embroidery and all that. She does all that
That's light bright.
needlepoint work.
Light bright. Yeah.
Light
Uh huh.
There you go.
Yeah, it's in between pudding sessions. In recess.
Yeah.
We all been
So,
there
yeah.
before.
Tomorrow's garbage day, so I had to take out the trash.
Dude, same here. Garbage day. I'm sorry, it's from bad movies.
Do you have one of those roller dumpsters? So popular in so many
The
neighborhoods.
plastic ones?
Yeah,
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah.
two
Very
wheeler,
fancy.
yeah.
yeah, big
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
to rent out. You know. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Big,
can
big
put them
enough
out.
for a dead grandma or something. Never know.
yeah.
I swear, I think I could put a month's worth of garbage in that thing before I actually had to wheel it out.
Especially if
So
you're one of those
big.
goddamn hippies that recycle everything. No, I miss the old days. It's not you can't go to the beach anymore. Just pick up a 6-pack of dead baby sea turtles. You don't do that anymore. Gone are those golden days of.
When I was a kid, we had brown paper bags that we put garbage in. And
Oh
it
yeah, that was
would get
like over
all,
my sister's head.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It would get all wet and break open, and it was just a bloody mess. It was.
Yeah,
Are you talking about something you
people
buy
thought she was
for
I
that?
know comic, but turns out she was just funny looking. Sorry.
What was that?
I mean, I can remember collecting trash in the paper bag, like a grocery bag.
Yeah, grocery bag.
But that would use like we'd put the burnables, like we'd collect burnables in a paper, because then we could just throw it in the
Like big
fire.
winning crosses and shit.
Huh?
Nothing. I'm just fucking around. And that's like you said, burnables. Is that like big wooden crosses?
Dude, I can't talk about that shit in public. I mean, this is fucking live YouTube.
Oh, I'm
Fucking
sorry. I thought
idiot.
one of the
Yeah.
usual meetings.
Exactly.
I'll put my robe away. Sorry.
Can't have we don't want to out our grandmaster here.
Hey man, it takes a long time to earn that purple robe.
Grand Dragon.
Is it the Grand Dragon, Royal Grand Master Dragon, or I don't know what's Bruce Lee go by these days?
Well, I'm having
Enter
Saint
the
Tommy in
Dragon.
mind, so whatever, I think he'd make the best Grand Wizard Master Dragon of the three of us in here, anyway.
Gonna have a burning down at the field. Sorry, I'm getting excited for next week's meeting.
Yeah, go
There
ahead.
ain't no room for fear when you're working down here. When you're working for the man, gotta cut the fear off.
What's the chances our Brojo might be in here by 10:20?
I don't know.
We can do a 4:20 break.
Oh yeah, I'm running low on buds. Let me see what I got left. I got something left. Yeah.
I was gone all day today. I was
We mean
working
gone, like gone, daddy. Yo, you're high on the shit. You're like,
Down
you're
at the
just
truck
gone.
stop. What was
No,
going
I
on?
had it. Well, yeah, it was weird. I woke up about 5 o'clock, and then I decided, and I was starving because I didn't eat dinner last night.
Uh,
So, and then I had to go to Home Depot. So I saw this diner that's really, man, they have the best breakfast,
uh,
and it's on the way. Sort of real. I'm on my way to Home Depot,
uh,
so I decided to go and stop in. And they're open at 6. So well, after they opened up, I pulled up, had a couple eggs with some bacon and some home fries and some homemade toast.
Coffee.
With a nice hot chocolate with whipped cream. That was good. So I started the day pretty good, and then went to Home Depot. I needed a little route. I had to install this door today.
Wow.
So anyway, I picked up the little cordless router.
What
Got a good
brand?
deal.
Was it a Ryobi?
Ryobi. Yeah, it's all
You owe
my
me a
stuff.
Coke?
Damn.
I got
Jeez.
I got like 6 Ryobi batteries, so try to.
Oh, you go with the green, huh? You like that lime
Mhm.
green?
That's
Yeah,
it,
I got those too. They're pretty good. Yeah.
Well, you sort of got to pick one to go with it.
You do.
Whether it's DeWalt or I don't
Yeah.
like the fucking Works or whatever, the Lowe's brand of the Lowe's
Yeah.
off brand, whatever it is.
Yeah, I
It's
picked
K.
Craftsman. My dumb ass picked
You know-
Craftsman. Now I'm stuck with them.
I was about to say I picked
Oh,
Craftsman at first because I liked how small they were. I got that Craftsman, the smallest there.
I
We have
like
the smaller
Craft-
batteries, and now I'm stuck with like they don't even make them anymore. So I have a drill, an impact, and a flashlight, but only down to one fucking battery. So
That's what all my DeWalt stuff is like that. I got all this.
yeah, I
shit
got
and-
Ryobi junk now, just the basics.
They got a lot nicer tools than they had, man, 20 years ago. I have to say.
Right. I mean, now you just go pick up a fucking sawzall and shit for $25 in the battery pack. And
Yeah,
back
just
in the
you
day,
know,
you're like, oh, I need $120 to get a
if
plug in,
you get the
150
tool
pound fucking piece
only.
of shit because I got to cut a 2x4 off the roof. Sorry,
Yeah,
memories.
no. So I went and I got
Damn
a
it,
99.
DJ.
This thing was supposed to be $99, and or
$99.
it's like 94, maybe. I don't know, I forget. But but they had one on display. It was like 54, and it was it. I mean, to my mind, like all I needed for was to do a little chipping on for a door hinge. About an eighth inch. Yeah, I just want something that can handle that. Once I had to make a little jig for it. But anyways, the, I said, he says, the guy looks up, he goes, "Oh, that's the only one we got right there, the one on display." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'll take that." He's like, "How about if I give you that one for $20 off?" The other one, the up, it's like a more improved model, I guess. But
It's
whatever.
always haggle the price.
So I didn't mind getting $20 off.
You don't know how to work a chisel to mortise out a hinge.
And then I saved like $10 on
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
freaking because I wanted to get the jig for the door knob. There's like a little thing you can put on for cutting the doorknob, both holes. It's got the hole saws and everything. It's
Well, if
just
you're
a
doing a jig, you just call it cutting a rug, but okay.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's just a convenient little kit, but like
Yeah.
Home
Damn.
Depot's was like $24, and I was like, man, ain't that convenient? All you really need is a hole saw.
That's it, really. Yeah. Just to set that,
But
just measure
anyways,
shit out. Why need a template and all that? Those are for
but I did
pussies.
when I went to Lowe's though. I went over to Lowe's for some reason, and I was in there and I was pulling this one Craftsman off the shut. And it was that thing was like $30 or whatever, and then
Or
this
like, hey,
black
somebody stop that homeless man. He's trying to steal that fucking drill. Sorry.
well this black dude that worked there
Wait a
come
minute.
up to
What?
me and goes, "Man, I just got one of those for like $16. It's like the same thing." And he's going all about it. It's like I bought it myself. It's
I'm by
like
myself. I'm by
check
myself.
it out. It's like he scans that one. It's like, oh, that one come up. It was a $30 price or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, then he took me over to where they weren't even out on display. They were just, he took one out of the box. He goes, "Yeah, watch." And he scanned it. It was like $16. I was like, sold.
Right on.
Damn, you're
Got the
finding.
hookup. See, brothers always know how
I
to get a
know,
shit.
man. Folks are loving you, iron it. Golly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway,
Rainbow
so
Rider, you are.
let's see. I
Were
got,
the restrooms clean at Home Depot and Lowe's?
I didn't go in
Oh,
there.
oh,
I
okay.
keep a little pee glass in my car, man. I just piss in that
What?
most of the time. Man, I'm an old guy. I gotta pee like at short notice,
Well,
dude. And it's like I ain't got time to run to the fucking bathroom.
what? It's like it's part of the programming. You gotta like mentally control yourself. As you get older, you gotta hold it longer, so you know you can take it.
Well, I mean,
It's
if I
endurance,
cared,
man.
right? But you know what? I decided just to
You ever wake up
carry a
in the middle
little.
of the night and take a heavy shit?
I just decided to keep a little glass cup that's like great. I could shove it down my
I could,
pants,
yeah.
pee in
But
it,
when you
pull it
say cup
out.
or glass, it
Oh,
kind of insinuates you're gonna drink it. It's like a pea jug or jar.
well, it has to. Well, I tried
Like I carry
the plastic
a
cup, the
chalet
plastic
of
things don't
urine
really work.
around with me. I keep it cold.
Can't use plastic because that crushes and stuff. You might end up with a wet crotch. You do that.
Slosh around on you.
Damn.
You want to just like drill a hole in the floor, a bit of fucking like
Yeah, like a
a
funnel
tube.
thing.
Yeah,
I
just
you
like
know
piss right in the
I
fucking
would
road or you're going there, splashes up other
I
people's
would
behind you
definitely
on their windshield. Like with that fucking smell.
you
You
know.
leave your mark on the world that way.
Well, you
Like
could just you
50
could pull you
driveways,
could
it smell
always
like your piss.
pull over and dump the thing out. Or pull over and piss. But
I don't know. There was a time when I had to fucking take a shit so bad I went out to pretend I was changing the tire, but now I was fucking dumping a load for
dude,
for,
all the
for, for cars
driving
going
that
by. It was actually kind of enjoyable after a while.
I think
Like, hey,
anybody that's done any kind of serious
Damn.
you gotta go, you
serious
gotta go.
driving across country and stuff,
Yeah,
dude, it's
hauling
no
cars,
big
you got no
deal. It's
time.
no big deal to fucking piss in a container instead of fucking stopping. It's like, and then just
Hey, they
fucking
don't make toilet lids for Home Depot buckets for nothing, man.
there you go.
They
I
even
mean,
have
I
those
remember.
Trailer
That
hitch
reminds,
toilet seats. They come in handy.
dude, you won't believe this, but in
They're fun too.
1964 on our family vacation, I was 5 years old, I guess. Um, and we went out to California and to visit some folks that my parents knew. Anyways, on that trip, we had one of those fucking bedpan. We had a bedpan and we had one of those enamel buckets with the lid on it, like for
Yeah,
where you pee in it or whatever at night, and
yeah,
if you're at the cottage or some shit. Anyways, I I'll never forget that fucking bedpan. The flat bedpan you sit on, you could shit in it. It's like a
yeah,
hospital shitter thing.
yeah. You're talking about. That sucks.
That was
Damn. The
yeah,
whole family enjoy
that was two
family
adults and four
experience, you
kids.
know.
Yeah, and the kids were, let's see, 9, 7, 6, or 9, 7, 5, and 3.
A lot of poop.
Wow.
Man, what a trip! We
I'm
got
talking about shit for
we
the
got
last half
trapped in a
hour.
snowstorm down in Amarillo. Oh my god!
Oh, okay. In Texas, up there in the Panhandle.
Proudly
Yeah.
carry it into the rest stop, you know.
If I recall, they went
Ryobi drill in hand.
somehow he went in December or something, I think. So, but he went, the southern route. But you can get a lot of, you can get snow down there.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
isn't it like isn't it February? What's February?
February, Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's coming up.
February 9th.
14th, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what day it is.
Today's the 9th. I think.
Yeah. What is Valentine's Day? Like 14th or something?
14th,
Yeah.
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 That was the big bang.
Mm.
Yeah, mom and dad got together on Valentine's Day, and 9 months later, now they came.
Is that right?
Little
Yeah.
baby T came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was easy to figure out because she only let him have it on Valentine's Day.
I guess, I don't know.
Can you imagine that? It's like your wife has days of the year that are like 4 days,
Assigned.
and they're like,
Okay.
if you miss it, fuck up. You
Like,
fucking missed
damn.
it, dude. You have to go put it
Right.
back
I always thought, when you get married, it's going to be like a 70s easy listening song. You'll get it on almost every night.
I was thinking,
You got to keep it, can be like country cabin, like, you know what I mean? You got to keep your corduroy pants on and not be afraid to fire up the fucking 4x4. I don't know who does that, but that's a cool jam. It's almost like that love a rainy night to do. Maybe it might be the same guy. I don't know.
Eddie Rabbit.
Kenny Loggins-esque in nature, maybe.
Yeah,
a little bit of
Kenny Loggins or the what's the country
Bob Seger guy, kind of, a little bit
But
of
there
that,
was also
maybe.
that country duo that did a lot of all kinds of songs.
Country duo.
Yeah, like 2 guys, and they
they're gay.
Roy Clark and
no, they were sort of like the Eddie Rabbit or the the other guy you mentioned, in that vein of. I
Okay.
mean,
Like
superstars.
Denver and somebody or something like that.
I'm talking superstar category, but Brooks and Dunn.
That's not superstar.
Yeah, they are pretty much country music.
Pickup truck superstar status, maybe got your cow boots on, good buddy. Ooh, no, that good, maybe.
They don't
but,
come close to what's his name, Garth Brooks or something.
Damn, you doing meth again?
What?
This kid just fucking with you, man. You're in a good mood. I'm just fucking.
Victor and his
some call it a manic state.
I know,
yeah,
exactly.
you're in your manic phase tonight.
No, I'm just chilling.
You getting any sleep lately, Victor?
Yeah, I did, really. Yeah. You got about 4 or 5 hours the other day.
That's cool.
Not bad. Yeah. Got some decent bud finally.
Damn.
After being dry for like 3.5 weeks of it, has a pretty decent bud for last week.
I always love
chilling.
I mean, the best part about not having it for a while is when you finally get some and you get lit. It's like, whoa.
No, I don't know.
That's what happens to me anyways. I'm
puts me in a mellow, more mellow state.
No, I
Make
always.
it
I mean,
chill, you know. I could
that's like
think
the
a
only
little
time
bit,
I
a little
get to.
clearer.
It's like the only time I get to feel the pureness of the buzz, like like that first time.
It just lets me concentrate on shit more, kind of like bring down to a human level, I guess.
Let it all go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
New
Anyway, I got.
York state of mind.
Reevaluate, compute, and all that good jazz, you know. Shuffle the
So
data
I
around.
got home from Home Depot
Clip
this
your
morning, and
toenails.
then
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, the little what was it what's that guy who did the big fucking
hey,
plane
Brojo, happy 420.
spruce goose? Get out of that phase, you know. Take a shower, shake off the bugs.
Touch yourself.
Maybe
Hey, Victor.
that never stops, does it? What's up?
In the chat, there's Brojo right at 10:20 saying,
All
"Hey."
right, on. What's up, Brojo?
So I was like, remember, I
Yeah,
was
man,
like,
you're right on.
and
Called it.
I thought he'd come in here though. That's actually what I was hoping, but yeah, I guess that counts coming into chat. So what are you up to, Saint? How was your day? What'd you do?
It
What are you up to?
sucked. I'm miserable, and
Well, hop on.
I don't know. Actually, I did make some time, and then it worked
Quit
out pretty
fucking
good.
Biden. Hey, this isn't Joe Biden. Like,
I know,
enunciate.
damn it,
Enunciate. Yeah,
whiny fuck. You know, shut the fuck up, you whiny fuck.
I know, never when it comes and never around it
God
is.
damn it.
Yeah. Yep, all right,
I went
sound
down
that.
to the bus station. Well, the former bus station, which is now the grill. Got a couple of hot dogs. That was a victory.
Right on.
And took a bike ride and made a couple of cuts on the router on my router table
Oh.
with tongue and groove router bits, and it was an okay day. It was all
Were you
right.
making a table or a desk or something?
No, the chicken coop.
Deprogrammed a couple of flat earthers this morning.
Ooh,
You know, something to do. Deprogramming flat earthers. If you're into that kind
that
of
sounds
thing,
fun.
yeah, it's something to do. You know,
Mhm.
mind management, old hobbies die hard.
Right on. That's
But
not
doing
too
pretty
bad.
good. Thank you for asking. Thank you. So you say you got home from Home Depot?
Yeah, and then I don't know, I turned on
Touched
the
yourself?
computer for a second, and then I don't know, I promptly fell asleep and got up about 12:30,
Right.
and then I went down and
Old man.
installed this door. Um, it was I had access to the place, so
No adult supervision.
You go
That's
sniff around
good.
any drawers or anything, did you?
so I was able to get it get it installed, and I was gonna paint it, but he didn't have the paint, so
Dumb
it
fuck.
was cool because
Oh, fuck that.
I know, man. What are you gonna
Yeah.
now
paint
I'm
it
not
with?
gonna
See?
paint.
Right?
Well, I
Yeah.
talked him into painting it himself, because I said you might as well paint it unless you want to pay me $30 an hour to paint it. I mean, I'll be happy to, but yeah.
Can you paint it in 1 hour?
Well, could I or would I?
Could you paint it in 1 hour?
I could, but I might not at 30
I'll get the
bucks an
fuck out
hour.
of here, man. I
30
want
an
your
hour.
100%. I want your 100%. Don't fucking tell me you could do it and then say you won't. There's anything fucking the stars their enterprise, Scotty. Sorry.
That's truck stop rates. 30 an hour.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Gouging. Especially if
Right.
you can do it, but you won't. That's like fucking
Well,
interstate worker
obviously,
shit.
I mean, a guy would be in a better position
Take a
just to get a
cigarette break
price.
again. Again?
How much to paint the door? That's what I would say.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
then at least I don't care. At least I know what he's talking about.
Don't people ever watch Bob Vila when they were a kid? I mean,
10 hours
A
later,
little bit.
10 hours later, the guy puts his last paintbrush strokes on there. That'll be $300. Oh
shit. For that price, man, I want it fucking buffed,
It was only
waxed,
a
triple fucking
$70.
coated, clear coated, and fucking
Fuck,
double
it was only a
buffed out.
$70
With the
door,
glitter
motherfucker.
and
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, now it's a $370.
Peephole that can see the neighbor's wife's fucking hoo-ha. It's got to be all fucking done up right, man. I want fucking alien landing fucking lights on it.
remote control.
I want blind fucking airline pilots with green laser lights on my fucking door. I want some shit happening. Tuberculosis says.
I heard
Anyway,
somebody's.
so but
I heard somebody's hot beloved. Yep. Hey, Miss
Yeah.
PJ. Hey, Miss PJ.
Oh, St. Thomas says hi.
I had to do a lot of I had to do a bunch of electrical work yesterday at the place though.
You making a robot?
I had some flickering. He had some lights out. He had some lights that were flickering
Like
pretty
loose
badly.
connections or?
Well,
Switch.
there was I don't know. It's one of those things. It's hard to tell what fixed it exactly. But I had to go down to the panel and I just tightened every screw in there. You know, all the neutrals, all the hots. Still was it was a big improvement. But then I went upstairs. You know, I went up in the attic and I saw this fucking wiring this guy did. And
Did you
he
see
kinda,
any jewels hiding in there and by a chance put a chance any?
well, what the problem
No way?
was I don't know if you know what a multi-circuit is, but a multi-circuit is like two or more circuits that run on one neutral. And they're able to do that because the neutral only carries the unbalanced load. So, like for instance, if you had let's say 20 amps running on one circuit, 20 amps on the other, and the neutral's carrying both, there would be zero voltage on the neutral or
Yeah,
zero amps on the
I
neutral
heard
at
that
that
was a
point. It only
utility
carries the
circuit.
unbalanced load. The most it could ever carry
And
is
you're
20
not
amps.
supposed to put lighting on that circuit. What
Why
the
are you
fuck?
splitting it like that in the first place?
Well,
It's an efficient way to avoid voltage drop.
anyways, but yeah, that's one. Yeah, I mean, you're better off not using it, but I mean, as
Why?
long as you keep it separated from any kind of motors or anything. But, anyways, what this guy did though,
National Electric Code dictates no switched lighting on utility circuits where you
no
have,
switch
you know,
lighting on utility. Oh, not a utility. You mean the laundry? That's the utility.
no, well, no. I just when I back community college students, right, no switched
Okay, no.
lighting on that type of circuit where you
On a
use.
multi-circuit, you mean?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's a code, but
Okay. And maybe it's a different kind of
it
circuit
might
that
be,
I'm thinking of.
it could be a local thing that was a code, it could have been locally, and even in the state or something. Who
Right.
knows? I mean, but so what happened? So, like in the panel, what happened was somebody did they added some
Is
circuits,
that because
right?
the
And
lighting would act like a instant fuse type thing? Because
That's a good question.
that's what I'm
Why that
wondering.
would
Because
have
why would
been
it slow it? Would it
prohibited?
slow it down in a daisy chain fashion? It have just something filament, right? Slowing down the process, maybe it could cause more of a burnout or something. I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm trying to think how it would flow it, and maybe it would interrupt it. But if they're switched
Well,
out to like, let's
if you
sorry,
accidentally unhook that neutral,
yeah, you got 220.
yeah, I know it. Then you got instant 220, and that's not
okay,
good. That's never
Right.
fucking good.
okay,
That's shotgun shit there, buddy. You don't want that.
Like a lot of
yeah,
times, like when I was wiring houses, I would run one of those to a dishwasher and disposal. So because and so you run one wire right under the sink, you put it in a box, right, and
Right?
one you send up to the switch and half switch the outlet,
uh-huh.
possibly, you know. I don't know, whatever. There's different things depending on the dishwasher. It can be hardwired or plugged in or whatever.
I
Yeah.
would use
Anyway,
Romex, 2-wire Romex, and use the ground as a neutral, and juice that
no,
fucker up like a toaster oven.
Let it dump it all into the dirt. Fuck it, huh?
you wouldn't want to do your dishwasher with that. That's like
I know. I'm just
Just
kidding.
don't
water
get
of
in the way of
fire.
the flow. You're fine.
I know, man. Cook that motherfucking
Yeah, I
trailer.
used to jumper cables and that
But
shit.
okay, so
I
anyway,
know
on these
jumper cables and shit.
so on these multi circuits, the only thing you have to be and the only reason you have three, you could have a 3-wire multi circuit, but that would be it would be a 3-phase panel because
Yeah.
what it is each circuit is a different phase, like in a house, A phase, B phase,
Right,
right?
right.
So in the panel, every other breaker going down on the left side or the right is going to be A phase. Well, it'll start A phase on the left, and then every other breaker will be A phase, right? Every other
Okay.
breaker will be B phase, and so it's important on those multi circuits to like, and it's red and black. Let's say, right? You got red, black, and white. So white goes in neutral. The red would go to A phase. Let's say whatever phase that red goes to, the black has to go the opposite phase. That's so. But what happened is in this remodeling, they added some circuits, and a lot of times, what people will do is they'll take those single breakers out and they'll put in a double, a one breaker that has two. You can connect two circuits to. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what you and then he moved both of those the red and the black onto that single breaker that has two poles in it.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? St. Thomas, you know the kind of breaker I'm talking about. It's a single breaker size, and they're each single phase breakers, one on top of each other, real skinny or whatever.
Right.
So okay, so but what that does effectively puts both the circuits on one phase, though. Is as much as it's two circuits, it's not A and B anymore. It's because you just took it off your B and moved. Because when he jockeyed the circuit breakers around to, because that's what you do when you're adding space. You might have to pull some of those out, and then you might put three of those doubles in there, and that gives you room for maybe a
Put
twin
another
breaker you needed or something.
panel in there.
Yeah, right. Put another panel in, so it runs its own
Goddamn,
loads
man.
on its own breakers.
They started about $40, not including the breakers.
I see spaghetti work before.
So
Anyway,
the fella,
once I separated the phases, it corrected a big part of the problem.
all right. So he put both phases on the same leg.
Yeah, which would have really put a load on the neutral.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if they were both on, like,
Yeah,
say,
both juiced up. Yeah,
you
both
could have
carrying
gone
a heavy
over
load.
20 amps.
Put a load on Fanny.
You could have put a 40 amp load, potentially, or maybe a little less, but yeah, you could have been like easily 35 amps or something.
Put the load
And that neutral ain't got no.
And it's only a 14 gauge wire, 14.2 Romex or 14.3 in this case.
Yeah, 14.3 probably.
So, but anyway, it was cool because I made about $400 in 2 days. So
Damn right.
Cashamula.
Cooking with gas.
Put my monthly income up to about 2,300 instead of 19.
Damn,
right
you hiring, dude?
You rolling deep.
And the good part was I was out there. This neighbor comes out and he says, "Man, I got a door that needs replacing, man."
They got new rims.
So anyway, I gotta go. I gotta replace another door. Only I'll be making more like $40 an hour.
Dang. Indoor, outdoor, front door, back door. You can make it all the dough.
And he says, but I really I really need you to get over to my mother's house. She's like 80 something, and she's got a couple doors over there. And so I was like, okay, doors are easy, man. It's like,
yeah, I know. That's pie. That's cake, cream.
It's it's not
gravy
work or anything like that. It's a little. I mean, you got to know a little. I mean, it's you got to know what you're doing with. It's nice to know what you're doing with doors because you can mess things up. Hanging doors, different things about it.
Yep, doors.
I always like to just I
like become a millwright, a professional millwright.
Yeah, well, millwrights in my line, like the millwrights on our jobs, they were always the guys that just came and put like heavy ass equipment in place where it needed to be, like precisely. Like, this shit that weighed 2 tons or something, and it's this tool,
like a press or something.
And those guys would get this shit and they'd like float that baby up on, and I don't know, they have some really nice stuff for moving stuff like along and yeah, I mean, so those were millwrights, I think they call them.
Wow.
But cool. That might be different than a mill worker?
Yeah.
Well, a millwright is a ancient.
Is that the guy that does a trim? Trim carpenter. Like,
fuck it, I was just supervisor. Just get back to work. I don't care what you call yourself.
Well, there's finish carpenter.
Get your mess.
That's what I mean. As I understood it, that'd be the guy that come in and do all the trim work, right? Molding.
Millwright comes out to your water mill.
But that's like mill work.
The main fucking beam and shit.
But I thought that they called that mill work.
All that shit down.
Isn't that mill work?
Yeah, that's mill work. A mill
now,
work.
Does a millwright do mill work? Is that mill work?
I'm not sure. I thought a millwright entailed heavy machinery, but that it had its start about people that worked at mills, water mills, people that equipment
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have to
engineers.
check.
It's
I'll
not.
have to check with the local blacksmith and see.
I
A
think
type of
millwrights are engaged.
ordained, kind of ordained engineering. The millwright guy.
Well, just the point that I want to make clear on is I think that
I spoke to the haberdasher and he said, "Fuck that guy."
Hey,
the
hey
haberdasher.
Johnny, John, have
Yeah.
you ever considered HVAC repair?
Well, I've done a lot of it as far as on the electrical end, which a lot of it is electrical on the repair side.
You know how to test a capacitor.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
see if
probably
it's
not.
within tolerance. You could learn real quick, I bet.
I mean,
Where did I set the
I
meter
know
at?
it'd
I don't
just
know
be a
where it
matter
goes.
of
What amperage and voltage did I use, and where do I put it? I'm not.
I think it's ohms. I know. I don't know where to put that.
well, no, that's what it would be. Like you said, however you test it, it might resistance test. It has to be meet a certain this. And
If
yeah, I
I
mean, I
double the ohms
know how to do that stuff.
on a
I just
line,
never.
will it increase the wattage or?
What's that?
It was a technical question.
If I go
Capacitors
from
are
6 to 4 ohms, would that double the wattage of the output? But it also increases distortion, right?
Damn, man, you're way deeper than I am, man. You're fucking astronaut.
I used to install amplifiers in cars, so it's like stupid crap like that. Yeah,
shit, man.
So there's Victor. There's no such thing
you
as
could put like a different home speaker on a system and it'll like double the
hooked
load.
my car stereo. It fucking caught on fire, man. Shit.
Oh, you can hear my shit coming down the street, man. I was always into that kind of crap.
I used speaker wire. It didn't work so well.
Oh, it's all everything plays a part, even the gauge on the speaker wire. I was up like 500 clean watts into an 18-inch fucking speaker I got at Radio Shack, a Realistic. It was a sub for a guitar amp, bass amp.
Damn.
It was pretty. That was blasting. Gotta go to the Shack, the Radio Shack, where all the nerds go. Everybody's going down to fucking Diamond Jack's Radio Club, getting fucking like $500 amplifiers that are pumping out 100 watts at like high distortion range. Yeah, it's just like 0.7 distortion is like the minimum, so it sounds like shit, but they still buy it because it looks pretty. You get the real deal, man. Go to fucking Radio Shack.
Oh, PJ's loud. Okay, sorry. Thanks.
Good.
I got a call one time to hook up a amplifier and run speaker cable at a dentist office. So they had like 4 offices, and they wanted a speaker in each office, and they wanted a volume switch on the wall.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of such a configuration? Would that work to put a potentiometer
along the speaker line itself, the audio?
Yeah, near the speaker from the receiver.
I'm wondering like how that would play. I mean, I could see it working, but you could run in that line that really has no
sounds
power.
A little
to it.
too simple, though.
It's real easy signal. Yeah. Because you're gonna lose a lot.
Well, I backed out of the deal. I pissed the dentist off, and I got pissed off at him, and he didn't say anything. He just stood there and looked at me.
I kind of lost track. What was it he asked you to do? It
was put in an amplifier in the reception area, behind the desk
By amplifier, you mean like a little thing that like a little intercom amp thing, or
no, just a top end amp, like a Yamaha. It looks like a stereo.
It sounds like a mess because you're gonna have to keep
a home fucking stereo.
Okay, but I mean, you're just talking about audio equipment. Is that right?
Yeah.
So and some speakers and that shit.
Right, and I wanted to put a volume switch in each office on the wall.
So you could cut it out or adjust it for that
volume.
room.
Yeah, modulate the volume.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to run the receiver at 100%, so everybody has the ability to go from 0 to 10, and that could cause like a mess sometimes.
Well, couldn't you just set the home receiver at like a 3? And
I mean,
each
limit it. Yeah, you can limit it.
Look, you just want to.
And how would I turn it into mono? You know, God damn it!
But to me, you want to give them some functionality to it, and then
Why run mono? I just run. Why not just
Because
run
you only have
stereo?
one speaker in each room.
yeah,
Hmm.
just a
In
true
each office, they had like 4 or 5 offices. Little
Yeah.
dentist chairs and shit in there,
Hmm.
and they wanted.
But you could, I mean, you could always run pairs of wires, and to maintain stereo. I mean,
But
What
I
would
was
you
thinking you
do?
have
Hook
like
them
two smaller
together?
speakers in one's box and still run stereo in there.
What's that now?
You could like maybe run two smaller speakers instead of running like one 8 inch. You could run two 4 inches side by side and still run
Yeah,
stereo. And just
yeah.
run two wire to each.
That would be. Well,
right.
they were top end speakers. Some kind of ceiling mount bullshit.
Yeah, I used to have some of those
With a pretty
like still
fat
Okay,
back.
so
encased.
anyways, the guy didn't like the
Yeah,
idea of a separate
I think you can
control,
still
or
run it like that.
Well, I,
not to make you repeat yourself. But
I got this service order from a third party, and they didn't clarify the initial estimate. He just wanted one speaker in each room, and he wanted a centralized, home stereo.
oh, in other words, it was all laid out, and then you were like coming, like
And then
sort
he
of
said,
approaching him as if you don't know. Why don't you don't know the plan? Why are you trying to sell me stuff? What is this? Is that what
"Well, he
it came
wanted
off
a."
to him as, or?
When I got there, it came to light that he wanted volume switches in each room. He was interested in that, or he wanted to be able to control each room's volume
Well,
separately.
same difference, but
And yeah, but
well,
I would.
it's one thing to control it from a central location in a little cubby hole somewhere, but it's another thing to control it and have each room have its control. But go ahead.
Yeah, he wanted separate control on each room, and that came to light after I showed up to do the job. You
Ah.
know, and the
Oh, in
job
other
was,
words, the
we've
guy
got the
who
equipment, we've got the equipment.
I
Come
see.
on by.
I mean,
You
all
I
you
thought
had
I
was
thought this was for you. I would
it was
just say
like,
get some smart speakers and you run an app from your phone. Hell with that
well,
installation.
this was probably 30 years ago or something.
Oh,
Yeah, it was. It was 30
oh,
years.
I thought you was talking about recent for yourself.
No, yeah, back in the day, yeah.
What, Bluetooth? Would you run it over Bluetooth, John?
Oh yeah, man. You could just run it from your app, from a phone on your app, an app on your phone. Excuse me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
well,
I
I mean,
hadn't
there's
used
so much you
Bluetooth
can do
much.
today.
Does
Everything's Bluetooth now. A lot
I
of things.
know that's what I hear is the
I just
range.
bought a printer, a new printer, a Canon. It's wireless.
Yeah, you can
Runs
print off
fine.
your phone, right?
I could do it off my phone. I do it off my. I can. I haven't tried it on
See,
my phone yet. Uh,
imagine you can load it, like you could like type out a little document on your phone, send it to
mhm,
your freaking home printer, and have it printed out for you. Like
right. Yeah.
oh my gosh. No, I mean you can all kinds of stuff. You've been able to turn lights on, turn ovens on, whatever. I
Uh-huh.
mean, it's like crazy.
Oh, did
So
I show you what happened with my? Who did I show this with my remote from my TV? I turned on an LED light.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you were telling, yeah, that was the craziest thing.
Yeah, because it's the same kind of signal. It turns out. But I seen a video. Somebody turned on their air conditioner with their TV
With their
remote.
TV remote. Yeah.
But that's infrared, if I'm not
They
mistaken.
share a lot of
Yeah.
the buttons won't correspond always, but they share the same pulses of
Yeah.
infrared light, whatever that is.
Yeah. Right.
That reminds me, I just saw
Pretty cool.
advertised some little remote sort of substitute thing that will substitute any freaking remote, whether it's a garage door, a TV, anything. This is like anything that has a
Oh, it's
remote.
beyond a universe. It's a universal remote.
Yeah, exactly.
It's this. It's the special existence
It's
remote.
not just a universal garage remote, it's a universal remote. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, so Yeah.
So
Freaking hey, man, this AI stuff is gonna be crazy, dude. Imagine, I mean, there goes anybody ever having to write like a fucking term paper and having to sweat about it ever again. It's
well, they're all raised. I think.
typing out a term paper using my uh I mean, you could train this AI just to use your inflections in your writing. I mean, use my writing style. I need a term paper.
Mhm.
Blah blah blah. Just lay out the details, and
Yeah.
then boom. And then so he spits out a copy. It's a little, needs some adjusting. Hey, cut this out, and I
That's
need
what
to.
did. I put together a couple of sales letters,
Oh, using that
and
GPT
some
thing.
copy for the website. I just did some tweaking with it, but the way they put it, the way the app put it together was like, yeah, it's
Fantastic.
pretty
Huh?
cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, better than I would come up with, right? I mean, that's kind of right. I mean, geez.
Well, just say quicker.
Okay, so I
Seems
mean, I
quicker.
don't know. Some people are more artistic and every, but like,
We
like,
call them people CVers.
well, I'm just saying,
Copy paste,
here
copy paste,
somebody
copy.
with absolutely no artistic ability could have
Yeah.
come up with that Bluntzilla character, and it was like, wow, cool.
Art's overrated. Artists are retarded.
You're not impressed, are you, PJ? Shit, no. You come up with that shit easy.
Yeah.
Well, I can recognize, artistic talent, or especially like musical ability, or some
Did
people
you
have
see the
really
one they did to Biden?
uh
Yeah.
He's that was funny. Gotta find that.
was this from the
Just
State
for
of the
ironic
Union?
now. I think it was a State of the Union. I don't know. Was it the State of the
Was it
Union?
clips or something from that? Yeah.
They
I
did a
just
Short
know
whole.
that
It
people have
was
been
like a
God,
talking about it. I
a
didn't
God
lip.
see
bless, God bless our president, Joe Biden.
it.
God
beady
bless him
beady
more and
Biden.
more.
Beady beady
Yeah.
beady.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
God help us all.
I think God ought to schedule an appointment for him just to see they could see each other. That'd be cool.
Can't live forever.
Man, well, what do you guys think about Jill Biden's kissing Kamala's husband?
It was hot.
Should have more tongue.
This thing, all of them, all
Yeah,
the
all it was
cluster
missing was the
fucking and
tongue.
shit. All this. Wow.
Oh, that
I
was
think there,
Kamala's husband.
I think there was a little tippy tongue, right inside the little lip there.
Yeah. Little reptilian.
Joe Biden's so
Like,
old they had to chill his food for him. That's all. I was Eskimo sharing.
I
They're
mean,
swinging
to me,
away in the
it's
Oval
just
Office.
indicative of that whole freaking set. It's that people group that's up there, crazy
they
fuck.
fuck, man. They fuck like young people.
I mean, I think it's all gross.
They have robot dicks. They
Party.
can.
Viagra, I guess. Shit, who
Uh-huh.
knows?
Party all night long.
So what
all
if
the day
four of them
long.
consent?
I know. It's kind of sweet, isn't it? Like a bunch of teenagers up there. Come on, guys.
Maybe they have an open
Get a
marriage.
room, man. Get a fucking room. Get out of here.
Maybe it was a miss. Maybe he just missed. It was a slip.
That's what I think, John. I think it was
just a miss. I don't
Yep.
know.
They wanted to be
Somebody was
close.
aiming for the cheek, but the other
Yeah.
one went for the lips.
You saw
saw
it,
that.
didn't you? You saw it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I did that to this woman one time, or we were both kind of young. I mean, I was a
And they
teenager.
just rolled with it.
I was like, for some reason, I was like, well, give me a kiss.
Yeah.
I was pointing like, right here. You're right here, and I was pointing. My finger was on my cheek, and she's like, okay. She went to kiss my cheek, and I turned, real quick.
Pull one on.
That's how she got rabies.
Well,
Damn.
yeah.
Love is a herpes sore.
What were you like?
It's
You
always
like
burnt in your memory.
12 years old?
Hmm?
You about 12?
No, we were adults, but it was just a work environment. Yeah.
It's one of your pizza workers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fellow
Just
piece.
kidding.
It was one
Did
of
you
the
hook
phone
up?
girls. One of the phone girls. Actually, yeah, I did hook up with her. Yeah,
Cool.
but that was after. Yeah, that was long after that.
After out of work.
But that was part of the flirting, I guess, that went on beforehand. I look back at it.
When I was 17.
It was a very good year.
I gotta grab a soda.
No. Frank Sinatra.
God damn it. I was impressed enough. I was having fun.
Old Blue Eyes. That's a good song. So what's this hangout about?
It's about you.
What trash you taking out here? Hello?
Hello.
Awkward silence, aisle 3.
Vic, you're loud, Vic.
Good.
Hot mic, hot mic.
Hot mic.
How's mine? Is mine too loud as usual?
Let me see. Should I turn it down?
Oh, are you still high? I could
You're
turn you
over
down some
talking
more.
me, Ironic. You're over talking.
What? Hey, what's going on? What?
Who?
Well, I turned him down earlier, but
10-4.
Oh, after that?
I am though.
put you at 50.
So what's this hangout about?
Oh, I just it's Thursday night. I had to take out the trash because tomorrow's garbage day. So
Smelly
don't
and
get no
Christ
spending
and dirty.
that's what the title is about.
Take out the garbage and the trash.
You don't get no spending cash. You don't got the kitchen floor. You ain't gonna rock and roll no more.
Don't look back.
Yeah.
Yak. Don't
Yeah, good
talk
stuff.
back.
Yeah,
Solo
you know,
follows.
talk back.
John, I think that your current title is offensive.
Right?
That's offensive.
That's
Who,
offensive.
Rojo?
That's hate speech.
Smelly and
Ro-
Christ and dirt.
Smelly Christ and dirty.
That's bad.
What is that worse than cleaning Christ and smelly?
Do I even have to say yes to that?
Well, look, you got a little kitty cat, and I got a garbage truck. I mean, come on.
Why is Smelly assumed
I know, dirty, fucking
dirty?
Ironic saying he's dirty. To
Yeah,
the
see-
unclean, all things are unclean.
See,
Ironic.
people take the aroma of Christ as smelly. You know, they don't like it.
The aroma of Christ. What is that? Is that like a new perfume? New
That's
cologne?
right,
Yeah.
buddy. That's right.
Is
Yeah,
that the new
Come on
cologne?
over. Get a whip.
Don't you remember Paul talking about it?
Get the
aroma of
anointing.
Christ? Yeah, that
That'd
we
be
were
great.
fragrant.
Oh, we should do one like that. Get the anointing.
I wonder
Christ
what.
cologne
There you go. Yeah.
by Messiah.
Dead Jewish balls.
The new fragrance by Jill.
Christ by Yahweh.
Christ in you.
That is pretty good. I did that.
I mean, I'm surprised somebody hasn't come out
It's
with
just
it.
not sacrilege, but it's close.
Some
In
Holy,
Christ-
some Holy
in
Spirit
Christ-
perfume.
In
Yeah.
Christ you must.
Christ,
Men's cologne.
Mhm.
Available now at Kmart. $14.99.
If Elon came out with a clone, would it be Musk?
It
That
must.
would be cool.
Elon's
If you Musk.
That would sell.
Musk.
That would
Musk
sell.
would be
Musk.
nice,
Yeah,
Musk.
Elon's Musk. Oh, well,
Elon's
that would
Musk.
be the
A month.
that would be
Musk.
it. Elon's
Oh,
Musk.
Elon's Musk.
That smells like money.
It's got to be
I
a green
think it's
bottle.
I think it's a winner, dude.
Like
Elon's
Wizard of
Musk.
Oz
Are you
making all that
kidding me?
money.
I should have went into more marketing.
There you go. All right.
Gotta be seen in green.
It's not too late, man. You could sell 420 Elon Musk. Yeah, 420 Elon Musk, man. Could be a winner.
Well,
You just
isn't our
gotta
life?
get some Menon or whatever, Old Spice, and peel the label
Relabel it.
off and put the new
Yeah.
label on. Must.
The domain's taken
Just
already.
no push-up hops.
Isn't a big part of our life about selling ourselves?
Yeah.
That's gay, man.
Why are you hiring?
No,
Bend over.
I
20
meant
bucks, motherfucker.
in the advertising sense, you know.
I'll go teasing motherfucker now. Get to work.
I know it, man. That's it.
No, it's all about like selling ourselves, like to get an edge or to get some kind of advantage or opportunity. It's like I don't know.
Haven't
It's
you
like
always?
it's built into commerce, and I don't know. It's weird.
Well, it depends on what level you're talking about. That'd just be like new center lines.
Well, I don't know, just like doing business like with somebody, right? There's a lot of times like every day people are doing business together with people they don't even know. But,
That's
you know, it
gay.
works or whatever, but I don't know.
It takes positive vision
One thing I hate is cooperation
But
networking.
and gracious strategy. And
I mean,
voila.
maybe it doesn't take much to sell yourself as a decent person or something. And
Sell yourself
that's
as a
why
decent person for sale.
Yeah, I know, for rent. decent for rent.
yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
you know, I saw a guy had a great marketing. What he did, he his company name was Husband for Hire. I said that is great, and that's what he niched towards women, single women, right? They need a handyman, right? They don't have a husband, and she
right.
hired herself out. He hired himself out as Husband for Hire. I was like, that's a great name,
Right, to do all those things that husbands do that they
right?
don't
That's
have.
awesome.
Yeah, plus it gets you 1 inch closer getting pussy too without an ask for it. In a weird way, right? It's like, hey, husband for hire. Is anything else I
You
could do?
know,
You know what
you
I'm
had to
saying?
go
No, that
there.
Carpet,
You
did you
know,
put
Yeah,
it's always
anything
except your
in there,
client's
lady?
86
Huh?
years old, you know.
Yeah,
You
always
well,
get
on
that's
your
obvious.
mind.
how's
Is
your
that always on your mind,
undercarriage? Need a little
PJ?
lubing?
I swear, hey, but on the you know, it's not a bad thing, especially if he was single. It's not a bad thing to.
No, he was married.
Okay, but
Oh
imagine an
man, he's
older
getting all the
single guy.
pussy.
That's you know,
That's not
it
fair.
wouldn't be bad
His wife is
thing
still
that
there
you
for
he's
it.
be
in
smelling
a
of him when he
business
got all the work and
Right?
shit.
Like
that
smell my
gets him
arm.
involved with single women, you know, that are homeowners and you know, shit.
Yeah,
They have money.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of cool. Like she needs an oil change. It's like call him
Yeah.
up, right?
Can you
And
come over and drain my pipes? Can you check out my plumbing?
no, that's a great. I like that. I like that. That's a really
I'm
you
sure
know
he's
that's a
gotten those.
genius little
Right?
creative move there.
Handyman service. Yep. Uh-huh.
Hmm. How handy are you? Hey man, how handy are you with those hands?
I want to have your baby.
But, yeah.
Yeah, you could. I don't know. Yeah, you could have some slogans. You know, I don't. I don't. I don't lay on the couch. I don't know. I'm trying to think of little memes you could have.
Geriatric
I can think of
stud
slogans.
service.
I don't know. I seem to have a
You,
knack for it.
you gotta be honest about it. It's like think
Ironic
of some.
opens a geriatric stud service for the older age.
Geriatric stud service.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Hey man, that's marketing.
Jerry Dale's.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. You
Yeah.
could
Carpet
run.
cleaning at
Come up
$20
with
more.
some freaking study. That's the thing. There's the game where you game it. You get some people to pay for this study,
Study
and it
what?
and you get you like
Hmm?
myself. Like I pick all of my like friends like St. Tommy, Brojo, all like older guys, you know. And the whole thing is we're gonna study
Gay.
the impact of like what does dating a young you know like a 20-year-old have on you know
Look at this
people
nigga trying
our
to get some
age,
pussy here.
right? And so
The Research Institute.
and
We
so
need
they
them
have to
ladies to
hook us
sign
Yeah,
up
up.
we
right
do
now. So if you're
You
the
got to
between the
find,
ages
you
of
know,
16 and 21,
so you got to
please
find all these
call
women who
now.
are willing to, you
one
know,
eight hundred
they dig
creepy
older
old men.
guys, you know, this and that,
if they pass the
and it's all
sniff
part of the
test.
Yeah,
study. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'll check them out first. All right, how about that? I'll make sure they pass
Oh
the test.
yeah, I mean, well, of
I'll
course,
check for freshness.
it would be all of us who was like choosing who the participants are going to be.
Yeah, man.
And
And you just have to figure out how it is to get people to give you money in order to study
We
that.
even take your fat bitches.
Well, you can do all kinds of
Come on
things. You
in.
have to like, if you're gonna do that, you have to do you have to get everything you can out of them where you can. I mean, I'm talking like photo. You could do magazines. You could fucking milk them, sell their panties to the Japanese, man, and little fucking
There you go.
yeah, chicken eggs. They fucking sell at the coin out machines. You think of the marketing.
Okay.
You can have like
Hey,
live view cams, 24-hour cams on whore number 4. You know, how long will she
not to
last?
change the subject, but in order to change the subject,
Hey,
hey,
you brought it up.
how much closer are we to housing
That's
some
gonna help.
chickens? St. Tom.
Oh,
Dinosaurs?
To what?
it stalled a little bit, quite
Probably.
frankly.
You need
Yes.
somebody to come down there and spur you on, or what?
Yeah, just send cash, PayPal will work. You know.
So Iran's gonna impregnate your chickens?
What happened now?
It was Iran's to impregnate his chickens. I think making baby dinosaurs.
No, I've been working on a chicken coop.
Don't they lay eggs anyway?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's very exciting, but it's
Oh, cool.
slow. It's slow. So
I think you should incorporate that little shed, man. Still. But I wish I could have some chickens. I'm considering if I can have chickens here. I got to look and
Go
see
buy
if
some. You have to
there's
wish.
anything preventing chickens in my
Grown up.
city here.
Put
Something
'em in your
tells
house,
me you're
fuck
not
it.
allowed to have chickens. but-
Put them in your
I think
basement.
it's roosters. They don't like roosters around
I'm
here.
gonna say you never hear roosters around here. That's one thing.
Fuck it, Unisong. Give the fuckers a bill every morning.
I can't be bothered.
I
Oh,
hear
it's
you
too
have
much
to dust
trouble.
them. You have to dust them to keep the critters
Keep
off.
the
Yeah,
mites and
people,
everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got the space and I can't be bummed.
you'll just buy the fucking eggs. You know,
I'm just
fuck
gonna
all
buy the
that.
damn eggs.
I get impatient, just start killing them and eat them. Like fuck it, the curdles here.
They are interesting.
I got
They're
fresh
interesting.
watermelon. You guys are going down.
Then I gotta protect them from all the other freaking critters, from the freaking hawks, right? And
New
snakes and-
Genesis Connection. She has a cool bird. You ever heard her bird?
Hey, at
She's
St.
got
Tommy,
the
there.
coolest bird on the internet. You know, is New Genesis Connection. Yeah,
Oh, I
What
haven't
kind of
seen
bird
it.
is it?
it whistles, man. It fucking whistles, and she'll be talking. You know, she'll be saying some of her spiel, and I'll say, and the fucking bird will answer back. You know, the same pitch.
The little thing.
Yeah, it's a cool fucking bird, man. It fucking does what you do, you know. You can. It would do that and shit. It's like having a sound effects box sitting over her shoulder. You know, it's cool as shit.
Like that
Yeah,
fat black friend that beatboxes behind you all the
Because
time.
I could sucker the bird to start singing. You know,
Now
right in the
there's a
middle of
pet
bird
I would never.
discourse.
There's a pet I would never have as a bird.
I know, man. That's hell no. But a chicken, yard chicken, you know, they're pretty fucking cool.
I think a bunch.
like
I think if you had about,
chicken, keep them on the
don't you
shed.
think if you had about 10 chickens, I don't think a cat would get in the chicken pen and want them. I think the chickens would attack a fucking
They're
cat.
vulnerable when they're little.
No, I'm talking about but adult chickens, right? Like
Right.
most cats, I don't think are gonna mess with adult chickens.
That's what they go for, the babies.
I don't know, man. I just like I remember we had up
Chickens
north.
go for tomatoes. They'll fuck that tomato plant.
We used to
up.
throw bullfrogs and stuff into the chicken pen, and that thing would be, eaten in about 30 seconds, all pulled
Very,
apart.
very cruel of you. Very cruel of you.
I know. It was. It's kind of cruel when I was
Still
little.
laugh about it. Go do it now. Video.
What are you gonna do? Is laugh? I mean, I don't do that anymore. So
put it on YouTube.
Yeah, that was the days we used to make blow darts and blow put. We'd have a blow gun, make our little blow darts, and go out tromping through the woods down at the river and spear little frogs from like 10 feet away. It was great.
Awesome.
And then we cook them. We'd cook our frog legs and eat them.
I did fishing, so I can't say I did some fishing in my day.
Hmm.
You
I
get
mean,
them.
I can
I ate
I
some
can
lobster
remember.
one.
I
Ate
can't
some
remember.
lobster one time. It was kind of creepy, but it was pretty good.
Right on.
Have you guys all had an experience where you killed an animal, like as a boy or whatever, and then you didn't feel good after killing it? Like you're like, oh, yeah, that sucks. Like you might be excited to try to shoot something, and then you get it, and then you're like, oh fuck, thing's dead. No, nobody.
Yes.
Not like that, really. No.
First time I saw a duck in the park, a little baby duck, and I was about 5 years old, and I chased him down. I wanted to pet him, and I stepped on him,
Oh.
and it killed him. So
That sucks.
I took him, and I buried it in a shower, resting
Did you
place.
did you shed some
Well,
tears?
no, I didn't shed any tears, but I went home, which was right across the street, and then came back out about 10 minutes later and went over to the gravesite and something had dug him up. It was gone.
Oh.
Or he had been resurrected, but I think. But really, true
Christ
story.
duck.
I got the statistics.
Well,
And then one time I was about 13. I was out in the woods on the back of a tobacco farm, and somebody said, "Yeah, you can walk back there. Here's a 410 shotgun." So I walked back there and I shot a crow. Crow was flying over, and I winged him. He spiraled down when I winged him. I ran over there and found him in the tobacco field, and he looked at me, and I had to shoot him. And it was pretty fucking sad. I was like, "Fuck this shit," Fuck hunting.
I know. Like as soon as I got to the age where I kind of understood it, like I don't. I mean, I don't know. I think there's a difference
I
between.
shouldn't have shot that crow, but I did. Once I winged him, I had to finish him off. It was pretty fucking rough.
I would have no problem raising a cow to eat it. I don't know. Cows are just a different kind of animal.
How about getting emotionally attached to chickens? That's tough.
Well, if you're just eating eggs and you just let the chickens go until they die,
Yeah,
I think that's how I would
that's a
handle
good
it.
idea. Let them live, eat their young.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do, if I want to play it right, I think what I need to do is get a bunch of monkeys and train one monkey to steal eggs, one monkey to steal dollars, one monkey to steal gold, one monkey to, you know what I mean? Just come back with all kinds of good shit. I need that kind of animal. It's doable.
Yeah.
But it takes money to make money. Those monkeys are fucking expensive.
That sounds like some David Blaine shit,
I don't know, man. Think about it. Like put out like the Wicked Witch of the fucking West. Go out, my buddies. And they come back.
Who
with
was
all
it?
the
Somebody
that fucker got
somebody
that
told
playing
me-
car behind that
somebody told
movie,
me
man.
Right,
Shit.
trying to fucking steal fucking Mars bars.
That
Somebody
shit
mentioned
must have been
You know how
yesterday.
hard it is to find Mars bars these days?
The motherfucker stood on top of that telephone pole for fucking 8 days and shit. Like,
Somebody
damn,
mentioned
that fucking crazy.
Somebody mentioned yesterday, I think, that Chris Angel, all his tricks were fake, and you can go
yeah.
and see his tricks. I was like, no
They're
way,
They're
really?
just simple tricks. They do camera angles and
I said that yesterday, yeah.
oh yeah, right, yeah.
Once in the comment section, I was being
No,
fucking
some of
If
those
you believe a
could be
motherfucker
tricks.
can fly, you might have some problems there.
Didn't he do the mental? Didn't he do some mental stuff though? That's
He
like,
walked on water.
Did some Houdini shit.
So did the cars in their
Houdini
video,
laugh.
I remember.
do you think Jesus was just playing tricks on those people back then?
mind freak, yeah. That'd be funny.
Imagine if you were the guy that knew where all
Who
the
was
stones
it?
were to
It
walk
was
I think
on.
it's a metaphor.
there was some philosopher that was
Oh,
born in like
okay.
real close to that time. It was like 100 is something or around there. And I'm trying to remember his name, but it had like a weird name. Dang it. But he was calling out Jesus' mother, his mother as a whore, and his father was a Roman soldier, and he was trying to call Jesus out. What was his? I can't remember his name, but
Huh?
yeah.
Are you alluding to a biblical story?
No, I'm just talking about some philosopher that was calling Jesus out, saying that he was just some
Oh.
guy, a sorcerer, were just performing magic tricks to all the people, and was calling out that he actually had a real father, and his father was some Roman soldier, and they said his dad's name was the common name, and it was
That's
calling him out. It was I can't remember his name. I have to look it up. Something
I
along.
know Gone, right?
It
You know what
sounds
I'm
like
talking
some
about?
kind of nonsense to me.
No,
What,
it's
Merovingian
I
or
never heard of
something?
it.
no, it's some philosopher. I gotta look it up maybe.
So what's up, Todd? What are you doing?
I left and I came back because I was redoing my whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember what the hell it's called. My background, I guess, for my channel. Right. So I made it up to screen to where the background of the thing would match, and I just added a cross in the middle. And I sized it up for StreamYard, so it's all like the same. What's it called?
Oh,
I can't remember
okay.
the
I
name
was
of it.
gonna say because
Dimensions.
that right there don't look like anything to me that's even recognizable except some mud boiling or something. But
Right.
the one with the cross you just showed, that was pretty cool. I mean, with the whole thing exposed,
Oh,
it
like
looks good.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
I was wondering why the cross was showing
Not,
originally, and I
it's
just
not
didn't
as
put it
good.
there.
It's not as good as Geo Sam's standing there with the little
Oh, the
chubby. But
dick out? Yeah. I'll never beat that one. And I have
I
my
mean,
outro one.
that is the
Up.
greatest. That is the fucking greatest.
Other
Celsus,
stuff.
Celus, Celsus. The
Celsius.
philosopher that was all told against Christianity when it first came out is like just went right against it, like bringing the first questions, and was accusing Jesus' mother of just being a whore whose father was a Roman soldier. Yeah, Celsius,
That's odd.
Oh,
Celsus,
Celsius.
Celsius.
That's
Yeah,
IUS, right?
there's a couple other ones too. Yeah, it's like pretty interesting junk. There's like a couple of like documentaries on his history thing about the early heresies against churches, and one of the first to go against it is like the year 170 or something like that. So it's pretty recent too.
Well,
The
Wikipedia
rise of
says
Christianity coming out is just coming out. It's
Wikipedia
kind of
says the
funny.
degree Celsius is the unit of temperature on the Celsius scale.
Yeah,
Also, no,
it's a Latin
uh,
root word too.
different,
Go back and
different,
fucking jerk off to that for a half hour.
different. Disambiguous. Celsius.
Don't make me wish for weed like that. That's funny as shit.
I might be spelling it
I just
wrong.
got a
What's
puffin too.
the
That
how are
was
you
funny.
spelling that?
Oh man, hold on. I just had to look it up by one of those things he said.
Is it
Yeah, I was
just
trying to spell it
Celsius?
too.
Just Celsius?
Celsus.
Oh, okay. No I in
S-U-S.
there. All right. Sorry, my bad.
He has I guess his main work is something called the true word, the logos, and he argues what it means, the logos, what it is, and what it means represents in different perspectives. I didn't really get into it. I just got the gist of it from this documentary thing, but it sounds interesting enough to
I was
read.
just trying to get a little background on the dude when
It would be
So
his
yeah,
work
he
is
was a
called On the
second.
True Word,
So he
Logos. That's his
so
works.
he
If
was
you want to
he
read something,
lived,
I'm gonna look it up. Sounds interesting.
well, I don't know, 80, 175, 177. I don't know.
Telling you, that's
Was
fucking
he
old
was a
shit.
second century
Old
Greek
niggas know some more shit
philosopher
because they've been there.
and a yeah, he was a second century Greek philosopher and opponent of early Christianity. His literary work, The True Word,
He
also
might know some shit.
account
He's around
or
that time.
doctrine or discourse, survives exclusively in quotations from it in Contra Celsum, a refutation written in 248 by Origen of Alexandria. Okay, so I guess he was a contemporary, maybe, of Origen. Sounds
There was
like, or
arguments between him and the others, between like it was the first arguments against Christianity. So a lot of times it said it was made to look like a fool, but then he would come back with others. So it's kind of the beginning of all this crap.
Damn, yeah, right. That is
Interesting.
technically contemporary.
Mhm.
Like in
Origin
the sense
stated.
of. Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry. Well, I was
Oh,
gonna say it's contemporary in the sense for Christ because you have him identifying him as real and making fun of his mother. Like if he
Right?
isn't real,
Yeah.
for God's sakes, right? Like
Mhm.
how is that not working for Christ? Like do you have him making? Yeah, this man was real. His mother's a whore.
Mhm.
oh, I guess
Like
they
that's
weren't
kind of
contemporaries.
backfiring,
They've
right?
been
Yeah.
calling
He,
out his father his name too. I think somewhere in here.
it says that Origin stated that Celsus was from the first half of the 2nd century AD, although majority of modern scholars have come to a general consensus that Celsus probably wrote around AD 170 to 180. Anyway, yeah, okay, cool.
I'll read it too.
Right.
I want to see if there's any YouTube on him.
Sounds like
Sorry.
some Marxist shit to me, man. Bad
Some
mouth
that'll,
Jesus' mama, man. Come on.
I said history, like what was really going on. Like it was almost like Geraldo's inside, scoop on it.
Okay, here's something. We'll just check this out. This might be interesting.
Okay.
CJ,
Oh yeah, sorry.
I got an inquiry.
Yes, sir.
Are you black pilled?
Am I what?
Black pilled.
What's that?
Based. Based.
Well, like, have you given up? Isn't that what black pill is? It's like resigned to the fucking.
Oh, is it?
I
Is it?
think black
What?
pill is like you're just resigned to the fucking death of it all or whatever.
Very
Right.
nihilistic.
Give
It's a
up.
nihilistic approach, yeah.
Oh, I guess maybe a little bit. Why not?
I'm just now learning what black pilled was.
Right, me too. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like what? The guy was driving a Cadillac. What are we talking about?
So, you guys mind if I play a little of this and see what they say? I'm just
What
hoping
the
to hear
fuck
what some of
is
the
that?
arguments are.
What
Maybe.
in the fuck is this? This looks like the
I know.
Emmys, man. It looks like the fucking Emmys. What is this?
Looks
shit?
like a pedo. It looks like Satan's a pedo to me. But
Some
anyways,
fucking white chick. Yeah, look at them
let's
titties.
see.
Good
I think the
God,
volume's up.
titties.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what he said.
Christian belief in a place called hell, a place of exquisite
Damn.
and unending torture for unbelievers, is easily the most extreme proposition regarding the afterlife that's ever been thought up by the human mind. Celsus, the famous 2nd century pagan critic of Christianity, in his book The True Doctrine, would criticize this very stark black and white nature of the afterlife and the barbarity of the idea of people being tormented for eternity. And he would challenge the Christians for preying on the insecurities of the common man on
I'll
this
pause it when anybody
ultimate
wants.
question: what happens after death? For fear is easily the strongest and most traumatic emotion that we can experience, and an afterlife full of torture perhaps preys on this emotion to the nth degree. But he also attributes fear as being one of the main reasons for the success of Christianity during his
Okay, I'm going
time.
to pause it right here. Okay, so this sounds like one of his quotes, right? So the Christians use sundry methods of persuasion and invent a number of terrifying incentives. Above all, they have concocted an absolutely offensive doctrine of everlasting punishments and rewards, exceeding anything the philosophers, who have never denied the punishment of the unrighteous or the reward of the blessed, could have imagined. Oh, interesting. Sounds like he ran into some Calvinists, hey, Saint?
You think?
I think he got bit by the little bit of a fear bug.
Well, maybe it was the kind of maybe that's the kind of
burning
preaching
people at the stake and shit. Damn, man.
that could have been the kind of preaching was going on or something. Okay, let's see.
I think there wasn't that much of a
Well,
broad
Christians use
spectrum
sundry
of,
methods of
of
persuasion.
Christianity yet. It was just pretty much narrow what it was. Maybe too much to its original intent.
But it's like it's kind
Like,
of interesting.
how far we divided was Christianity considered here when he was writing or thinking this? Because you can't add all that onto it if it wasn't there from the beginning, or what he's talking about. You have to go from there.
Well, I think it is interesting that this is these are the same basic complaints you hear today from people about Christianity. So it tells you I don't know, tells you something about
I don't
So you
believe
might be
anything.
true.
I just, to be honest,
well, yeah. I mean, it tells you that. I mean, tells me that those are repulsive doctrines. It's like, even from the beginning, they were repulsive.
Well, at those
Like
times they were even more so,
to the
probably, right? At that time.
to the uninitiated,
Yeah, but
unless you
they
were
didn't
part
have
of the.
they didn't have Fairy Mary Christianity churches out here in
which
California where they're holding
Christianity do
hands
you
back in
believe
those
in?
days. I'm talking about
Ironic.
what he was. Oh, sorry.
Ironic. Which Christianity do you believe in this week?
Well, I've always believed in my form of it.
Of course, your own unique form of
My yeah,
God.
my
God.
I believe in my understanding of it. Yeah.
So God has revealed himself to you uniquely.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just that every person is bound to have a unique view on God's revelation to them. I think,
Right?
even if you assume God is revealing Himself in the same ways to people, maybe, which I don't, but some people might.
How do you reveal himself to you?
Let us pray. Oh, Father in heaven, thank you for this time of partying with the boys. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Oh, oh, you guys haven't heard the new prayer that's out. Were you there, PJ?
It's
Uh
special.
oh.
Oh yeah, I doubt. Yeah, I'm not gonna admit that's fucking almost blasphemy.
But this,
I read it. I caught it. I'm like, yeah, that's blasphemous. That's a fucking dangerous game there.
what is it? I guess
I
I
thought it
missed
was
it.
I just thought it was too drawn out.
This isn't something Wild Heart's involved in, is he?
Maybe.
Just some sacrilege, sounds like.
That was funny.
Red bead be aboard the ship. He be R.
Like I
Oh,
say, I watched a bit of it. Go ahead.
I think they dropped it in the happy chat. Sam dropped it, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know that one thing Sam dropped about I don't know, some kind of mysticism shit. I listened to most of it, but I don't think
I haven't
wasn't
been in the
convincing.
chat all
Wasn't
day.
very convincing.
Oh, you didn't put it in there. Damn you. You're supposed to drop it in there.
So St. Tommy, are your brothers still both of them doing well? Well, get back with me.
Oh shit! Drop something.
Chicken train.
Hey, Brojo,
All in chickens all day.
how much
Yeah.
does StreamYard cost for a month for to get 10 people in it?
I think it's $25.
That's it?
There's a
25 a month? Is it a
there's a ten
subscription like
dollar version, I think. But I
that
don't
gets
And
you
remember
now,
10
the back to
people?
it. Yeah.
well, it's matter of fact, my StreamYard expires the 21st of this month because we did a
Uh,
whole year because
yeah.
it's cheaper to do it
Oh,
up
you get
that
it
way.
cheaper by the year if you're going to do
Yeah,
every.
you get like it's like getting a free month in a way.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
I
trying to
guess you're
Yeah,
figure
going
so
to
it
need to
works.
do it. You're going to do another drive? StreamYard drive? Drive fun? Fun drive?
Perhaps I don't
Might as
know.
well. Why not?
Or I might just I don't know. We'll see.
I guess it depends how flush you are.
How much people got to buy merch?
Right?
it.
Is anybody, I mean, is it anybody buying that stuff on a regular or no?
Nah. I think I made like $15. I think there's $15 waiting for me.
Dude, you got to have like 10,000 subs or something to be selling some merch, I think. On a regular basis or of any kind on a regular basis, I guess.
Yeah. But I
I
don't know.
I
We'll
like
see what
it.
happens.
It's cool.
I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll just let it drop down to 6. It's but more manageable.
People aren't gonna like that.
Well, then they can.
Go to other streams, right?
That's
Yeah.
that's the hammer that you hold over
They
them.
can make reservations, Shit.
Make a
Tighten it up.
reservation.
Yeah, exactly. But get in
We can
line.
charge for seating. That's what we'll just
Shit.
start charging for seats.
Oh, there you
VIP,
go, man.
VIP thing.
Oh shit. I don't think that will fly very well.
No, that ain't gonna fly too
That
well.
I'm gonna
We
be
ain't that
like,
popular. We ain't no
they,
Joe Rogan here.
they'd be like, fuck you, bro, Joe, and your
Yeah, fuck
cafe.
you, bro. Who the fuck you think you are with your measly
Hell.
handful of fucking viewers?
Yeah, take you and your 25 fucking record viewers and fucking shove them up your ass.
That's why I say buy merch. At least you get something out of it.
And it's no skin off your nose, right?
Right.
The merch thing, it's just nothing but a plus if people buy.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
So what are you up to, Todd?
Nothing
So
now. Just chilling.
what's the latest gossip in the theological world here? What's Jill up to lately?
I
What's
have
Jill
no
taught
idea.
you? What did Jill teach you today?
That Wild Heart seems to be like a toxic area, and I wonder if it's gonna go back to that, and that's gonna cause him back to drink, because it seems to be a place where, like, like, what's it called? No holds bars, and so everyone kind of has their shimmy about things. That's what I see. So that's what I saw this morning, and it
What do
might
you
not
think
be good.
about what about everybody getting together and agreeing that everybody will just welcome Wildheart into their hangouts, but not participate in his hosting?
I don't know. I really don't know, because again, my question is, because I haven't seen all of his stuff, like, to see what all he's
Well,
talked
I'm just
about,
going
whatever
by.
he's
I
talked
mean, look,
about. But
nobody
yeah,
knows what he's. I mean, he's
I
just
hope he's
got
gonna be
out,
just
right?
fine.
Nobody knows really what he's going to do. But don't you think that might like? I think him hosting isn't good for him. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it might lead back to old tendencies or something like that. But who's to say?
Hey, let's face it. YouTube is addictive. Face it.
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, if as long as Wildheart was embraced and well accepted wherever he went,
Oh,
apart from his own, maybe that would be the way to support him if people wanted to. I don't know. It's not. That's fuck.
No, I'm hearing you. There's cogency to that wise advice.
Where it's not, because I'm not about censoring people,
Of
but
course not. Of course
if
not. But for his
if for
encouragement, for what
somebody's own well-being,
yeah, for his mental health and general well-being, I hear you.
and that way, it might be an incentive, a way for where now he has to exercise some self-control to maintain, a spot in, because like Brojo ain't gonna host him when he's
But
like, he ain't gonna let him in here when he's drunk and talking shit. So
still though,
you're gone, and of course he can always do that on his own streams. He can be a drunk fool because nobody's there to say, anything except, I don't know. Sucks to be you.
We are just hoping that things are different this time.
Right.
Maybe,
yeah.
But why would anybody be thinking that? I mean, I already know it's not going to be different.
It might
I don't know.
be. We're growing. Have you never grown out of drinking a
Well,
lot?
we might have grown some. I think that's probably the case, but I don't think he's
Listen.
far from reaching the point where he's done with it. That's just a sad fact.
Wow. Okay.
Well, don't be too optimistic. Jeez, Saturday.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
trying to
mean, if you
be.
guys
I'm
haven't
trying to
been around
be
music,
realistically optimistic.
you guys
Hopeful.
got to.
A hopeful optimist.
Hopeful. Okay, I'll go with that. Hopeful.
Man. You,
Me
you
too.
gotta.
But it won't ruin my day. Either way, whichever way he goes, ain't gonna ruin my day.
Yeah, more like a que sera, whatever, maybe. Fuck it.
Well,
Everyone's
Are what
got
you
their
are.
life.
Yeah, exactly. Just got cruise along with
right,
it.
but there's some
Where it
people.
goes is just the way it is, man. You hope the fucking brother luck, but what happens
But
happens.
there's some people. It's just because of their behavior, like this. The way
Let's
I mean,
start a prayer vigil. Let's
he's
start a
like
Okay.
prayer vigil.
he's the kind of guy though that prevents me at least from getting very emotionally invested in him because it's not going to do anything but result in a heartache if that's what anyone does, at this point. And so I don't know, I just don't like that. I don't like not being able to do that, or I don't even know if I can do that, but you know what I mean.
Well, human life is a human life, and right now somebody's probably tossing a baby out the window. So
Yeah,
make this
that's
fucking
true.
fall.
On the highway.
Yeah,
You
right.
I
wonder
mean,
what
that
that
like
bump
think of
was.
all the tragedies besides that fuck.
That was a good practical joke I saw on YouTube. Some guy put a baby carriage on top of his car and drove off,
Oh, that's cruel.
and
Oh
folks
goodness.
chased.
Jesus.
No, it was just it was like a little doll in a baby
Yeah,
carriage, in a
Know how
baby
many people had
carriage.
a heart attack?
right. How many
Yeah, it
assholes
was
fuckered up that
pretty
day?
brutal, brutal.
Thank you for the PTSD, asshole.
Man, damn.
What
Well,
if that thing
I,
flew out and somebody went to go catch it and they got hit by a car trying to save a doll?
Right.
That'd be the
right?
death
Yeah, that would
penalty.
be.
Death
Oh,
penalty there, buddy. They castrate somebody.
That'd be a
That'd
whole
be
different
fucked up.
video.
my dad
Somebody has
used
to
to love to
dive
tell
behind
this.
the curtains, like with those death videos they used to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your last words are motherfucker.
My dad used to love to tell a story when my sister, their first was born. Uh, some bunch of ladies came over to see her, and so they had the baby out in the little swaddling, all wrapped up, real tiny and everything. So my dad had the baby, and he's kind of showing it off to the ladies, and then so he went in the bedroom and set the baby on the inner crib, and then bundled up this thing and was walking and just was holding it, and then in front of them all he says, "Hey, Ginge," and he tossed the baby to my mom. It's like just the ladies just freaked out, obviously. It's kind of funny. So
Did she catch it?
yeah, my mom was a good catch. She's a good shot too.
Were your parents ever in the circus? Like, did any performances or anything, like juggling or?
Well, not. I mean, life growing up in our family was like a circus, but yeah, nobody else saw the acts.
All the baby tossing going on.
They had
All
a
the
ba-
dwarf tossing and
they had a
yeah,
baby tossing scene in that movie Airplane with Leslie Nielsen. Remember that one on the
I remember the
set?
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, they had all these people. Anyway, yeah,
Did you guys? Was
throwing
it the?
babies and shit.
Did you guys ever see that movie? Was it the Nude Bomb? I think it was called with
Naked Gun.
Maxwell Smart. It was a Maxwell Smart movie.
Maxwell Smart from.
Yeah, where he
That's smart.
Get Smart 007.
Double yeah, the original played in the movie. It was called the Nude Bomb.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Well, I'm Don Adams. Yeah, so couldn't think of his name for a second.
That's right, Don Adams.
Missed it by that much or whatever. Missed it.
The Cone of Silence.
Yeah, I love that show, man.
Yeah, I remember watching that as a kid. Reruns of it. I really didn't watch it all together, but I remember watching parts of it. It's like Catching Gilligan's Island or Catching that or something.
They had Green Acres on over Christmas holiday. About
I
4
remember that.
episodes of Green Acres, and it was when Arnold Ziffel went to Hollywood. It was
Oh,
good.
wow.
It was
Jeez.
good, man. It was fucking premium Arnold Ziffel.
Did the Clampets show up at all or no?
No, not in the 4 episodes that they aired, but
They could have run into each other out there.
they ran them back to back in one premiere.
And you
Over
did have
and
they
over.
interacted in one episode, I think, right?
For about 2 weeks straight. What's that?
They mixed in one episode, the Clampets and the
Oh, did they?
I believe so. One
Yeah, I
episode.
believe they did have some kind of interaction, right?
Something
Petticoat Junction.
But I
They
know
had some
Petticoat Junction and
yeah,
Green Acres was
were
definitely
close.
those.
Yeah, would bleed
That
over.
that was the same county, wherever, or something, maybe county over or something.
where the Dukes come from.
Was Arnold? Did Arnold get to go to California? I suppose.
Yeah, Arnold went to California and became a movie star, and you know was accepted by Hollywood, and then
So
but
was he wearing the sunglasses and everything?
yeah,
Or
he
what?
was wearing the sunglasses at the pool with the hot
Mm,
babes fawning
mm.
over him. It was good.
Oh my goodness! And was Eddie Arnold there? I mean, were those
And
guys out, or was he? Were
well,
they not in?
he got his start by starring in the local play. Cobb County
Oh,
Playhouse,
Arnold
whatever
did.
it was. Yeah, and
Okay, so Ziffel's just the manager. He's managing the career of Arnold that's
no,
taken
Arnold
off.
was
Is
the
that kind of
pig.
like what?
Arnold
Right,
was the
right,
pig, and
right.
his
But so it
and
sounds like his owner is kind of being his manager because he's
well,
the
actually,
pig is the celeb, right?
Mr. Douglas got the job. Zsa Zsa made it
Oh,
happen, and Douglas got
uh,
roped into it. And it was good episode.
okay. So I didn't. I mean, I know she had like the New York thing. So I guess she had Hollywood connections or some shit.
Yeah, she went to school back in Romania. Was it Romania? Where was she
Somewhere over
from?
there.
Czechoslovakia?
I'm, I'm
I
trying to
can't
think.
remember.
Yeah, the Gabor sisters,
Yeah,
Yugoslavian,
not
I think.
Yugoslavia. Yeah, and she went to school with a producer. In
I got it.
Hollywood.
Okay, so they arranged for this pig to get an audition or some shit, right?
Exactly.
after local success story. Yeah. Local pig done good.
Jesus.
Yes.
I got like almost 100 videos in the stupid StreamYard thing. It's crazy.
Oh, okay. On your record.
Yeah, sorry. I was organizing it, putting them all in alphabetical order, so when I go to them, I can like click on. Mostly it's just intros and outros, but gosh dang.
I don't know. I go to St. Tommy's page. I can't hardly find any videos.
The Grinch took them. Took them for Christmas. You don't deserve it.
I suppose you got to enjoy them as they happen, or you don't get to enjoy them.
Yeah.
Well, this doesn't look interesting really enough, but that's cool. I want to.
Really?
Calcis guy
Right.
or whatever.
We can do better than that, please.
What's going on here? I know that's what my reaction was, Bond. I mean, I'm glad I was sitting down when I heard that fucking Tog.
I'm actually finding this interesting about Kelsis here.
Is Bond a graphic artist?
I think you're right. Like this, there's no reason this channel couldn't have like 50,000 subs or more. Or not this one. I mean, Broja.
Should have. You never asked.
Like that shit have never let me. Oh, whatever the fuck, yeah.
Oh, this must be about Wild.
Yeah.
No, what he just. What?
Uh-huh. He's on everybody's probation list.
I figured he got out on good behavior or some shit like that because it's early, right?
Oh yeah, he still has to go back to court because he's got charges on him for assaulting a nurse or some officer at a hospital, and he was drunk. So they're going to bring him up on that. So that's what he's worried about.
Are
If
you
that's going to land
serious?
him in jail for a while, because that's going to be his like third offense in a short time. Yeah, so it's got to be a little. He's got to be worried about
Ouch.
that for sure. Yeah, so he's a little worried.
Gonna get used to the prison life.
Yeah, he said that live earlier this morning. So.
Oh.
Okay, so that was the first time that tidbit came out, kind of.
No. I just didn't know the exact details of why, but he said this morning that's because of what happened when he was drunk at the hospital. He punched a official officer, I don't know if it was an officer or a nurse or
Okay, so but
hospital.
you remember
Someone.
that when
Yeah.
it happened? Maybe he
Oh
talked
yeah, I
about it
remember when it
earlier.
happened. Yeah,
Okay, and then he actually was arrested at the time, or
that's a weird thing is I don't remember him being arrested actually
maybe
for that. I remember
not.
him no, he was arrested and then that happened during his arrest, so it must have been charges that were added on.
They
They're
could have
probably given
added.
a
It
later
seems to
court
me that
date for. I guess that's weird. I don't know how they're working the system there, or what they bring up first or last, or how they separate it.
I mean, I don't know how it works, but it seems like the people that he attacked could have easily just filed a report later, and then he would, he'd
Right.
have to be
I think it
answering
might have
for
been
them.
the EMT, the ambulance drivers or the workers. I'm not sure. Maybe
Mm.
one of them. He knows. He knows. He'll tell you. He said this morning, so you should have no problem
I mean,
telling you.
that's I guess cops and EMTs and they always got to. I mean, they're always probably having to deal with drunk people
Right?
that do
Yeah, getting
foolish
assaulted
shit, man.
somewhere. Yeah, they're getting pissed on or slapped or something.
It's kind of hard, it's hard because probably maybe most of those times, if they weren't drunk, they would never have done what they did, but oh well.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not,
where it's gonna be kind of foggy, right? On what
I,
he
you know,
remembers, what was done, and what
just,
was actually said. Yeah.
but you got to just remember that it was that somebody was taking a bottle to their lips before they were drunk and kept drinking. So, yeah.
Yeah, but when somebody's drunk, not everybody else is. You know.
Well, I'm just saying, you should be responsible for what you do when you're drunk. That's all
Right.
I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And if that means you can drink a few and drive safe, or whatever, as long as you don't hit nobody, I guess you're good.
Well, as long as you don't hit anybody, you make it home. You're just fine and dandy. It's when they get caught is when
Or
it's not so
or it's
good.
when you hit that person, or when you
Yeah.
get pulled over, right?
Well, accidents happen. You can have like let's say one or two beers that won't impair you at all, but yet you were going to hit that
Right.
child regardless if you're drunk or not, because the way the situation happened. Yet, if you did have that beer or two and that on your breath, you're going to be in a world of shit, for an accident. So you got to be careful when it comes to
Yeah,
that
that's
shit.
where timing
Never to drink and drive, and that's just.
sucks to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, right?
Well, I just don't do it.
Or
That
at
way,
the wrong place at the
you're
right time.
never in the wrong if you don't do wrong. It's like do right, don't do wrong. Because if you do, if you don't do stupid shit, stupid shit don't happen. That's what I was taught.
Well, right. Don't do stupid shit, and stupid shit don't happen. But
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just going by, like, obviously accidents happen without people drinking, right? And like that was your
Yeah.
point. I mean, right. It doesn't really mean because you had two beers that now, but it just means you're fucked if somebody finds out.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's not if somebody finds out, you're still putting this in the, you're still making the perpetrator the victim, which just makes you kind of guilty in a way. It's like, don't do it. It won't happen. Fuck it. You know what might happen, so why take the chances? And if you take those type of chances, then you better get ready for the consequences, because that is a
And then
possibility.
I guess the argument might fall on the other person to say that who are you to say that two beers actually didn't you know, uh, change something,
Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter
Changes the
what
chemistry of the brain.
like it doesn't matter what you think at the time it did happen, but it does happen, and you're still gonna be in a world of shit for it. Regardless of what your philosophy is on drinking and driving, well, it can still put you in a world of shit. So why take that chance unless you're willing to risk it? And I see a lot of people risk it and do get caught, which is kind of weird. I mean, I don't know.
See you later, St. Tommy.
Oh, he split. Later,
I
say.
think.
He got tired of your shit already.
Wow.
Oh, I'm just
He
goofing.
yeah, everybody knows that means St. Tommy doesn't have much of an attention span, I think. Maybe is that one way to say it?
I don't know. Who knows?
I guess
Maybe he
it's
keeps a schedule and there's reruns of Punky Brewster on. I don't know.
I think he's one of those people that would rather be missed than I don't know what the opposite of that is. Somebody that overstays their welcome.
Yeah, people's is people's. People are different.
I caught a little bit of wilds today. 'Cause I was busy all day driving, right? But the part I caught at home, I think it was like William.
Oh, William was in there? Okay.
Was Sammy. I think Wild. I can't remember if there was someone else in there or not. I think so. I think what's her name? Doing the
Pixie?
gaming girls. No, the other one.
Oh,
One of the
Jody?
Silver Wolf, I think.
Oh, Silverwood.
I think that's the username. I couldn't remember it, but I think they're all in there. And then
Yeah, I
Sammy's
was in there
talking
for a
about
bit.
Sammy's all talking about Tog. You see, I used to come on when Tog was an asshole when he first came on, and then I left him alone. And then he seemed to like be nicing up a bit. But now he's hanging around the Jill, getting all this anger from Jill and all these other fundamentals, and I'm just sitting there like laughing, like he. No, like I'm just genuinely a rude person. It's funny. I try to be nice. Sometimes I'm nice, yeah. I'm just
Well,
brutally
apparently you're a
honest.
lot nicer if you don't spend so much time around Jill.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently, me equals Jill equals. It was weird. Like,
Black
oh,
friends always get you in trouble.
it was to me. It was like trying to find reasons for me, like why I'm an asshole, without explaining that, like, oh, it's just him being an asshole. Like he's just an asshole. It was weird. It's like looking for excuses,
I don't know.
Tell me
Most
it
of the
isn't
time,
true.
I don't see what the big deal is that people, get upset, like as if there's something to get upset about with them. I
I
mean,
get mad.
it's
You
just a
got you
guy with
guys
a
didn't
Asshole
see
phone.
mode.
me. You guys didn't see me on freaking JG's. Like I put videos that I go on sometimes in my Soldier and Adventures playlist, right? If I go to the channels, and there was like Dirty Vermin in there, and again, he's another Christian, right? And again, I agree with some of the stuff that he says. I mean, like with something that he said in there in the live stream, not like all that he says. Fuck, because I think now that I've gotten to know him, I think he has a little bit of his cheese off his cracker, and he has like trust issues, like a lot of people do. Um, but I went in there initially agreeing with him. By the end of it, like I still see him as a Christian brother, but definitely needs some work. Like I was yelling at him just as much as I yell at
See,
anyone else. I don't
this is
understand
what
it. So it's
okay.
weird.
Time out, time out. So this is the part of the Jill thing and the Jill shtick that comes through with you. That I don't know if it was because of him, but just this thing of I've I'm view like what the fuck is it about viewing people as Christians or not that are professing Christians? Like I don't get that at all. I mean, if someone says they're a Christian, fuck, they're a Christian. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to argue about it. Now, of course, I can always have my personal opinion that I probably should just keep to myself because I don't fucking know. And everyone else knows that I don't know and or they, at least they should know that I don't know if they're a Christian or not, right? So, in other words, if someone says they're a Christian, take a fucking word, take them at their word that they're a Christian and be good, and you'd be a lot better off just in your interactions with them. You won't
Well,
see them as
I
not a Christian.
I
When do
do.
you
You
see them
see,
as not a
ironic.
Christian?
Ironic. That's the problem. Is I do see people as Christian, and then they start opening their mouths and talking, and then
Mm.
they do themselves in. That's the problem.
Okay, well, what about you?
It's
Do
the
you ever
same.
you ever look in the mirror or no?
Hell yeah, all the time. I don't. But
Well, do
again,
you see yourself
I
as a
don't.
are you
I'm
saying
not
you
a shining beacon, nor
no,
do I
but
try
are
to
you
be.
a
But yeah,
Christian? Do you think you're a
what was the
Christian?
excuse?
Do you
Of
say that you're a
course,
Christian? Do you believe you're a Christian?
of course.
Okay, well then
Then again, the difference is between with me and others is that when I speak it true, and when I have it on paper, that paper is also true. It's not my fault when people speak it; it doesn't add up to the paper.
hold on. All you're saying is you don't they don't see it the way you do. Sounds to me.
No,
What how is that different than that? I mean, isn't that what you're saying? They see it
no,
differently? Oh, they do they see it the same way you do?
no.
Oh. Okay, so they don't see it the way you do, correct?
Yeah,
Okay, so why does that make them not a Christian?
because again, it doesn't. You loaded question bastard. You got me. Damn it! I just realized you did.
Was
Well,
it loaded?
That was
okay, it
Doty.
should be obvious, dude. I mean, I'm just saying nobody knows the hearts of
No,
anybody.
it's a Drojo. It's a trick. I've seen Brett Keane do it. You ask someone a question, right? You ask them a question, and then you follow up with the same question they asked, but then again, it's like a gotcha question, and I got caught by the gotcha. I just realized I'm like, wait a minute, I just contradicted myself. I'm like, wait a minute, you bastard. I said it because
Well,
I didn't realize like it was the way it was asking. I wasn't paying attention. Then I caught it. The
too
red
late.
flag
So,
went up. Yeah, it
well,
was
but
too
it's a
late.
good question. What makes a Christian, and then what does that person have to do to not, not be a Christian anymore? Short of saying, they deconverted, say, how would you judge them not to be a Christian?
I don't judge them that they're not a Christian. Just say they're fucking saying the wrong shit.
I think it has to do with his, when Tog sees somebody, and it's like a person has a whole presentation, what they say, the way they say it, this kind of thing. I think is probably what you're like, and that person, like, man, that doesn't seem like a Christian to me. Is that kind of what you're saying?
What I'm saying is, anyone who has their faith has their faith, right? To what little they have. After all, Christ is the holder of salvation, and so again, I can't say, oh, someone's going to go to hell because that I disagree with them. That's retarded, and I don't view their
Sure.
view as Christian. That's not necessarily disbarring them or anything. I can call them out for the bullshit, but that doesn't mean that I don't think that they are still, in the line of salvation. Does that? And that also
Right,
mean that
but all
they're
right,
not going
but
to go to hell?
every
No,
one
not
of
any
us
go to
is
hell.
is right, but not any of us are unchallengeable. Like we all are subject to having our views challenged, correct? I mean, I would hope so. I want my views challenged. How would you know if, maybe you're believing some kind of shit? It's nice to, I mean, it's a good thing when you have to defend your views, that when you have to
Right.
it's a good way to hone your
Teach
understanding of things.
people. Then again, it gets wasted on so many ears sometimes.
Okay, but see, here's a problem that I think I had kind of with the way. So, like, it doesn't even matter what the standard is, but like, there's Christian, confessor. Here's a guy confesses. First of all, Paul says, if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and you believe in your heart God raised him from the dead. Now, I think there's a lot of people would confess that they're Christians, and they would confess, yeah, I believe God raised, I believe Jesus raised from the dead. Now, beyond that, man, there can be a ton of disagreement. But two people that hold to the, if they confess and they believe that thing, it
Believe in
seems
their
like
heart.
they're in. You
How
have
do
to
you
say
know?
they're in.
How do you know when someone's believing in their heart?
Well, you'd have to add, it'd be by their confession. I don't, as far as I'm just saying, Paul, that's what Paul said. If somebody confesses with their
Confess with their
mouth and
mouth
they
and
believe in
believes
their
in their
heart.
heart.
Now,
Yeah,
obviously, I don't know if a person is believing in their heart, but
right.
if a guy, all I'm saying is, you know, on the vertical level here, you know, if a guy confesses that he believes, and what is it he's confessing? He believes that Jesus rose from the dead, right? So, okay, Now, what do you
But
believe
couldn't
about
anybody
hell?
say that? Anybody can say that.
Well, anybody could, yeah, anybody could say that. Sure.
Right. They can lie
And
about it for whatever reasons they might have.
all I'm saying is that me as a like
That's always a
I'm
weird one.
I'm pretending, I'm pretending to be a real Christian.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't like I'm just gonna, if I don't care who it is, and I don't care if they're lying or not. It's like to me, it's the charitable thing, until they show me otherwise, right? Until they demonstrate otherwise that
Now we're
they
getting
are
somewhere.
a liar or something, then I might, have
If they
some grounds.
lie, so if you can, so
Oh,
if they're a liar, they're not
Then
a Christian.
but the point is, Brojo, you start off as with taking people at their word. That's a charitable way. If they say they're a
Yeah, until
Christian,
you,
you allow that they're a Christian. You don't say you're not a
right, you prove
Christian.
otherwise.
I
Now,
don't know.
and then okay, but then we're going to have these arguments about, well, they proved otherwise because look, he's an open theist. He admits it. He's obviously not Christian, right? I mean, you're going to get those fools, right? So
Mm,
obviously, but
yeah.
even so, what I'm saying is, even in
Hmm.
those cases, don't take the bait and just, you know, and then and don't you be the one that talks that way, like you were just doing, Tog, about looking at people that they're not a Christian, even though they're claiming to be. And I don't know how you could know. When
The
you explain how
By
you
their
could know if they're
fucking
a Christian or
mouths.
not,
I already
then
said
then
it.
I want to know.
Profess with their
I want
tongues, man.
that gift. I
They
want
say
that
all the
tool.
bullshit. It's all about having eyes to see and ears to hear. If you can't hear the bullshit that spews out of people's mouths, man, I can't
Okay,
help you
so
fucking. That's not a gift for you then.
no,
Have
but
another
what,
fucking gift.
tell
Try
me,
again.
tell me what is it? What's the message that you have to hear that convinces you that that person is indeed not a believer? I mean,
Lies and
how
falsehoods
foul does the
from
language have
the
to get?
truth. It's what I have to hear. Lies and falsehoods from the truth. And I'll even give when I don't know, I don't care because again, I don't know. I'm in the same boat as them on certain subjects.
Okay, but what if I was to tell you that you don't even know if you're in a boat? But I'm just saying from my vantage point, look, you got so much to learn. You're gonna learn someday that you're not even in a boat where you think you are in a boat. Does you see what I'm saying? Like, look,
My
there's
argument's
wisdom
not
to be
absurd,
gained
I'm
in this
sure.
life, okay, that you don't have yet. So have some humility.
Humility comes when it smacks you in the face, and it often tastes better then.
But I'm not the preacher type. I'll just say what you're obviously you're the type that ain't, you just do what you do, what you think best, and that's probably all you can do. But you know, think, when I'm long
Better
gone
than
and
now.
you're reflecting back one day, you'll say, fucking Irenic knew what he's talking about. Fucking, I don't even know if there's a boat at all.
No, no, Eric, just no. No, no, and no. I'm gonna be on my fucking yacht and I'm gonna be fucking singing praises of the Lord and be like, where the fuck's Irenic? Oh yeah, hopefully he's in heaven or some shit. And I'm gonna pour a little drink off the side of the fucking boat so the fish can have some too. Keep it real
Well, you won't
OG
have to
and
be worrying
classic.
about whether I'm up there having cocktails. Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Me and Brojo will be playing ping pong or something.
I don't think you
Doing
can actually have a yacht on Lake
loser does
Michigan.
it. Loser does shots, something like that.
Ironic. I'm not a real Christian.
Well, did it? Well, I don't know. Did you hear me say only people that claim to be Christians will be in heaven, or that God will, welcome to His eternal abode?
Oh, I should have gone there. My brain went to Black Hebrew Israelite. Like, yeah, we're gonna need some slaves up there, don't you know? Freaking Black
Some
Hebrew
more
Israelites.
crackers.
No shit. There are people that believe that. Oh my
That's
god, I
crazy
just
as hell,
really don't.
right?
You like
It's so
second class
crazy.
citizens up there and shit. Hmm. Wonder if there'll be union organizers and such up there then. Maybe like pushing for the rights of the fucking. Hmm. I mean, what is it about people they want to
I'll be
rule
right
over
back.
somebody else? I don't get it.
The same reason why I think you're going to roll over everybody else.
Look, I have no desire to rule over anybody, honestly. I do want to. I mean, I do like to be left alone. You know, I mean, I really like that, and not try to be ruled over. But I mean, once I was done with my parents, I never wanted to get under that any kind of authority again. You know, I think that's part of leaving home is like done with this authority bullshit. You know, on
I
my
don't know.
own
I never
person.
had parents. I was an adult when I was a kid, so I don't know.
What? Yeah, maybe it doesn't matter when it happens, but at some point, you're like fucking taking the bull by the horns, and it's like, fuck you. I'm like, why should I listen to your ass? That's why, like, that's what you don't get good answers when you're a kid asking those questions, do you, Victor?
You don't get what?
You don't get good answers to questions like, why should I fucking listen to you rather than do what I think I should do? When a 8-year-old asks an adult that,
Yeah.
isn't that a fair question?
I don't know.
I mean, it
My
depends
dad
on
just
the.
punched me in the face.
I mean, obviously, talking back to an adult, comes with consequences sometimes. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, I don't
Oh, it
know.
depends on your
At
parents and
some
how they treated you and what you wanted to be and what they, forced you to do. I guess I don't know. Like I still resent my mother for not getting me a violin when I was in elementary school. But
Oh
anyway, I
wow,
don't.
that
I
would have
don't
been.
still do it. I mean, it's just remembering back. That's one thing that kind of sucked. That's because she got my brother a bicycle that cost twice as much as the violin I needed. So it's those things like that. So I guess it just depends on who your parents are, what they are, what they mean to you.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's. I'm just kind of. I'm trying to talking about there. Like I don't know. In my own life, I guess that's. You know, to me, it happened in my early teenage years, but I could tell, man. I wanted to be
Mhm.
free from my parents' constraints.
What kind of
At
constraints they have on you?
any kind of constraints, like
Like what?
to tell me to be home or whatever, at a certain hour, or to do
They
this
worried
or
about
do
you. They cared
that.
about you.
Obviously, right? I'm not. Look, I'm just saying my mindset, but it had to do
Hmm.
with. I mean, it was tied to this idea of I don't. Somehow I was. Something happened with my view of authority when I
Hmm.
used to love it and take comfort in it. You know what I mean? Like just with respect to my parents, at least. To then like all of us, like I was like knowledge. As I learned things, that caused me. I don't know, you want to leave, you want to go and explore or something, and you're not allowed to, I don't know.
What
And
kind
it's
of
like,
Got a
exploration?
real treat today.
What's that?
oh,
Um, Depeche Mode came out with a new single today,
What?
new album,
Cool.
despite because they lost a member a few months ago.
Mm.
oh
And
shit,
Linkin Park just came out.
no way.
Yes, came out with so I don't know if they got a new member, but they dropped. I just listened to their new song just now. Well, the end of it. I'm like, cool. Two of my
Decent.
faves.
Oh, cool. I just heard my mom told me we might have like 3 weddings this year in the family. 3 of my nephews are getting married this year.
Uh,
That's cool.
gonna make that extra bucks now.
Oh, do you want to do it anyways, I'll talk to you somebody about that.
No,
You don't travel, do you?
No, you gotta pay me.
All right. Well, I will. I would want to get something though. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. It might be worth it just to fucking get you up here.
I don't know. We'll talk.
Oh, I know what I could do. Invite a bunch of people to the wedding. I have to think about which nephew I could talk about.
Are
Too.
they all
Crash
happening
it.
the same month?
Oh, I don't know. No, well, I just heard about my one, my youngest. He's my youngest nephew. He's getting married in July. I don't know about the other two, but I imagine they're going to be spring or summer. But I don't know. And my youngest nephew, he just met this woman last summer, and now they're getting married in July. So
Oh no! Stop him!
everybody's freaking out.
Stop him! Stop him now!
I'm not gonna stop. I mean, fuck. You never know. It might last forever. You know, it was funny. My grandparents, they knew each other for 5 days, and then they got married.
Who did?
My grandparents on my mom's
Yeah,
side.
yeah, totally different time.
I know that, that was in the 20. I don't know. They probably met at some flapper party. It's like in the 20s.
Oh my God! How old's your nephew?
Oh,
He's
he's
doing
just, jeez. I think he just turned 20 or something.
just turned 20. He's getting married.
Hmm. He's
Stop
young.
him! You have a duty to stop him.
Okay, let him suffer.
Oh no! Don't.
Everybody's got to do it sometime. Got to learn a
Only
lesson, you know.
20 years old.
Hey,
No.
I figured let him get it over with early because then he'll
No.
still be young by the time he learns a lesson. Maybe.
Oh God, that's a
Look
sin.
at the bright side, bro, Joe.
There is no bright side.
And it could always last. You know, it could always be
It could.
happening.
No, no.
Oh, I was
Never
listening
know.
to what's his name? Jimmy
They
Dore
know
was
each
on.
other like 6 months, less than a year. They haven't even been through a whole season of life.
Dude, I know. Like, dude,
You
I
know,
know.
and
Dude. Like,
oh man, 2 years minimum.
now it might be different if you were 60s, if everybody's in their 60s. Now,
That's
like
one
a long
thing. You're like
engagement
on your
don't
death
make
is knocking
sense.
at the door there. Of course, you know.
Right.
Why do
It's
you
like,
get
hey,
married then? I mean,
the
we're gonna get.
clock's ticking. We're not getting no younger here, sister.
Does
Yeah,
he have
but
money?
no, he's a good he's got a good job, I guess, but no, I mean, he's got no security that is reasonable to count on, like that couldn't change tomorrow, or whatever.
What
I
does
don't
she
know what
do?
she does. I don't know what she does.
She's what does she want?
She works though.
Wow.
But I mean, so I don't know, whatever. They're excited. They're two young
Of
kids,
course they are.
attack
They're
life,
excited for now.
And then once that fucking energy wears off, that's the problem. Then
That's
you got to
it.
see what you got.
No, it's all emotions now.
But it was interesting. Jimmy Dore was on somebody Hinkle or somebody. Did you happen to listen to Jimmy Dore on that? Somebody named Hinkle, or I don't know. He's a new podcast.
I don't know. I'm
This guy's a pro-Russian kind of, or seen as pro-Russian and stuff. This guy he was on the show with, but anyway, he was talking about relationships. So it was kind of like talking about marriages and how his Jungian. He was talking about a Jungian philosophy and how that
mhm.
works with the marriage, and it's like, man, so much of it seems so right on, because he was talking about how what men fall in love with is really this this like prima donna image of a woman, or this some this like you know idyllic woman that we and we project that image of a woman that we have as this whatever that is, that makes up this woman. That's We end up projecting that onto these people that we fall for, right? And
Mhm.
then that's why then we see him as that, like, and then but then like he said,
Then
like you said,
reality sets in.
after 6 months, a year, 2 years,
Right.
all of a sudden that don't work. I mean, there's the shine comes off.
You're looking
It's
for your
like,
mommy. She's looking for a daddy.
and she's she's well, yeah, but she's really not that idyllic woman that or whatever. But anyway, yeah, so it
Well, if
was,
you do
but
it
the way he
wrong,
told
you
it was so
can't blame
fucking
everybody
funny.
else. If you're doing it wrong, you can't blame everybody else but yourself. Even if you have to try again, you still have to blame yourself for what's done wrong. You can point the
Well, to
finger at the
me,
woman or everybody else, but still, you're the one that fell for it. If you're the one
well,
that has the blinders on and falls for the trap, then hey, that you're a fool in love. That's why they write songs about it.
that's true. I mean, to me, I favor just the view that hey, you take responsibility, you keep your promise, and if you promise to be with her till life, you
Responsibility. What's
keep
wrong with
that,
that?
and then regardless if you fall out of love with her, that don't matter. Then fucking make come up with a way to make yourself, have a satisfactory life. But
You
Hey,
that's
check out
close
my
with
I
her?
wife.
think
She's just okay.
I think society would be much better off if there was no divorce, though.
You're gonna force people to stay together?
No, I'm gonna ask people to keep their promises. How about that?
And what if one person breaks the promise?
Well, we shouldn't be in favor of people breaking promises, should we?
But people do break promises. Some of them
Right. Well, probably they should be punished. Then, like, if a person wants to get divorced, then they
we
don't
want to
get.
stone them. Let's bring them into the courtyard and stone them.
No, I think though that maybe you could take their any right to see their children away from them. Let's say that. Start with that. If there are kids involved.
So an adulterer, like, would not be able to see their kids. You're
No,
saying
they could commit adultery, but if they got divorced, then I mean, if you divorce your if you break your promise and you don't have you know,
is adultery
uh,
breaking your promise?
yeah.
Yeah.
So shouldn't the person then be allowed to divorce him? Doesn't even scripture dictate that?
Well, I, the issue is committing adultery doesn't require anybody to get a divorce. That's all I'm saying.
But
But
it is
yes, it is
grounds for a
ground. It is
divorce.
grounds for someone to divorce another. Yeah, the adulterer. You just broke your promise. I mean that you just broke the marriage covenant right there because you went out. You
So then they should be able to get divorced if a guy's wife committed
Sexual
adultery.
That's
immorality.
why
Yeah.
that's why adultery yeah, that's why it just makes
I
sense
say,
if you commit
all right,
adultery. But still, that doesn't mean anybody, a wife couldn't forgive her husband or vice versa, and maybe
wife commits
work it out.
adultery, husband wants a divorce. So you're
Right.
saying she shouldn't be allowed to see the kids now because she committed this adultery, caused the divorce.
I think so, yeah. Because of the harm, like why look at the harm she caused to those children. If there are children, she would have committed a lot of harm to them. And why should she be rewarded for that? She can't pretend to be caring about the kids. I mean, that's one argument she's given up, I would say.
Too bad she's fucking the judge. Lost again. Damn horror.
Imagine.
Down the luck.
Hmm.
So, Brojo, got you going to any what you call it, festivals or anything this weekend? Or
No. Got the
no
Super
full.
Bowl Sunday, baby.
Oh, I forgot. Oh shit.
How
Okay,
could you
so
forget the game?
are you doing anything like going somewhere to watch
No,
it?
I might. I actually might have a pastor friend come over
Oh,
and watch the game. At first, I wasn't, too.
what?
Yeah, pastor friend.
What are you gonna toke together every time the Eagles score?
Well, he knows I tote, so of course I'm gonna tote. Maybe I could do it. Maybe we'll do a live interview.
Well, I'm getting itchy to go somewhere, dude. So I don't know.
Crackhead.
I could drive over that way for a Super Bowl game.
You're gonna go Pennsylvania for one day, watch Super Bowl?
Well, I might. I mean, if I was gonna, I just kind of this spur. You know me, I'm like spur of the moment. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, that's
But
right.
I mean, if I thought about it though, I mean, I don't know. I could think about who else I might incorporate into a little visit going that way. But I don't know.
Do the tour. Do another tour.
I'll put the word out on Ashley Madison that I'll be in New York for the New York area for the weekend.
They only have girls in New York.
No, I don't know. It's just a different place. I mean, Philadelphia, whatever.
No
And
luck with any of the sites.
I'll be in Napa if you're
There
in
you
the
go.
area.
Napa. Napa.
If you're in a 500-mile radius of this fucking place.
What truck stop is that?
Napa.
Hey, maybe I'll have Victor with me. I'll go pick him up, and before I head
Pick
over
up
there.
Brucifer on the way.
Oh my God, Bruce
Yeah,
and
man, we
I,
can smoke pot and drive fast.
Bruce and I had a little bit of a fucking back and forth at.
Oh, that blood going on.
Eh, like I don't know. For some reason, I don't feel like riding in the car with him for very long.
Mhm.
He might stab you in your side or something. Now look here, I've had a disagreement with you, and I think I
I'm
need to
sure
stab you now.
I'm sure he'd be fine. It's just.
This is how I get all my pickup trucks. Move over, motherfucker.
You're both in the fake Christian camp.
Well, I mean, okay, so it just had to do. Okay, so it had to do, as far as I'm concerned, with someone's inability to be able to talk and express like passionate disagreements in a theological area or otherwise, some area of maybe debate or reason or some kind of thing like that. And then as if that's tied to and that's tied to some personal bullshit about a hobby that we share having over happen to over guitars or something.
Mhm.
And then the two have to be mixed in his, like you if in other words, they're mixed in such a way in his mind that you can't have a theological disagreement and then have friendly banter over a nonchalant subject, like a hobby or something. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to. I'm just trying to express kind of the underpinnings of that whole thing without getting into all the details, but it kind of
Alright.
boiled down to his inability to, and I then and in my reaction to my perceive or my reaction to my perception of his inability to, you know,
Happy 420.
distinguish between these two things and in a way that made him a prick and a dickhead, and I really unleashed it on him.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, 420.
Yeah, 420, yeah. Get with the program, huh?
Don't have the music, sorry folks.
I like Bond's comment. Two fake Christians walk into a YouTube stream.
Exactly. Which yeah, it's like trying to
And a
trying to
shitstorm
determine
starts.
which is like driving people crazy. And then the joke is that neither of them are right because they're two fake
Mm.
Christians. Yeah, pretty soon it'll be the fake Christians accusing each other of being real Christian. What are you gonna do
All
then,
right.
Todd? What are you gonna do then when people are accusing unbelievers of being Christians?
Just
And
smoke weed.
it'll all be
Not
because
give a
that slip.
shit.
It'll be all because that slippery slope that you started.
Good. I'll
Hey
smoke
Vic,
more
I got
weed.
a question for Vic. As
Oh,
a
what's up?
fellow outsider here. So,
Misfit
so
toys.
what do you think if like there was all of a sudden a law, making Christianity legal? How many Christians in America you think would like
Making
really
it
like Yeah, like
By legal,
they
you mean
stand
it
up
had
for
to
the
be the
faith. They
law of the
stand
land?
up for the faith.
Are
Yeah,
you
Oh,
saying somebody made it the law of the land? Is that what you mean?
yeah. It
yeah.
was a law. It was a law of the
Oh, I
land.
see.
Christianity is illegal.
We'll see what we
Yeah.
have now. Division. There'll be like some standing with it, some opposing it.
What percentage?
Oh, I see. I say
Say
right
China
now.
comes in here. China comes in, takes over the United States. Christianity is illegal. You can't be preaching the gospel or nothing.
I would say like maybe 30%. Well, no, not even, right? They're kind of pussies. They really stand up to the convictions to death. Maybe 10%,
Or at least imprisonment.
15%.
15% would
Risk life
what?
and imprisonment for their
Okay.
belief.
How about
Oh, so
let's
you're
how
saying
about
85% would bend the knee?
Right.
Yeah.
how about how about
Around
how
there.
about how about this, Victor? How many of the people you know that say they're Christians do you think any of them would bend?
Oh, of course. Scared,
And do you
scared to
think
die.
any of
People
them
are
would
scared to die. You put them against a gun, they're gonna freaking piss their pants and ask, "What do you want me to
do you
do?"
think you know it? Do you think you know anybody that would go ahead and die? Or whatever?
Not really. I don't know if it was just like true convictions of what they would do. It's hard to say.
I have
It
not
is hard
paying
to say.
attention. What's going on?
The craziness in people and how far they would go with it.
Do you think Tog would take, the beheading rather than deny his faith?
A
What? Who am I
beheading?
to say?
Yeah, would he suffer beheading or would
I
he
don't know. He's right here. Ask Tog. Hey, Tog, would you
No, I mean,
sacrifice your life?
I wanted to. I was wondering what
I
you
don't
thought.
know.
Did he hear the
I
No, I
don't
haven't
know.
been paying attention.
If he
Sorry.
oh
did, I'd be like,
China
"Hey, get the hell down from there, man! What are you talking about? Don't do that shit, man! Not
Hey,
yet. Wait."
Tog, China takes over the United States, makes Christianity legal. You risk at least imprisonment for many years for like preaching gospel, reading the Bible, having Bible
Oh
study.
shit! Christianity's illegal. Fuck, that just makes it more funner, man.
Rebel.
Shit.
Okay,
I'll be
so
fucking.
would you risk beheading for your faith if that was the case in America?
Shit, I'd like to see him start. What you gonna do? Slap my mouth? Like, okay. I
No, they're
would.
gonna cut your head
I don't
I
off.
know if it's gonna. I don't
wish
know if
a
it's gonna go
nigga would.
beheadings, man.
No, I think it should be. That's
Well,
the
it's
good. I mean, why
China.
not? I mean,
You
And
dishonor.
do they
anybody.
behead?
I mean, what Christian shouldn't expect to live in jail? I mean, like Apostle
I
Paul
think
was.
they are pretty tolerant of Christianity though now, aren't they? In China.
China is in some respects, but there's an underground church that's you know
Look, you got Bond
illegal.
in the house. This is rare. Bond comes in to
Hey,
hang.
Bond.
I know
Uh,
he
yeah, I don't
Oh
make too many
shit! Hey,
appearances.
Bond.
How's it going?
What's up, Bond?
Oh, not much. Just finishing up work. Gonna head to the gym in a few minutes. So decided to just drop by.
Nice. You golf?
Oh,
Yes.
So I was trying to think of that name of this place. I can't. I'm ashamed because I actually worked on building one of those. But what's that golf place where it's like several decks and you just hit into a netted. It's a big
Top
you
golf.
know. Say that again.
Top golf.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I bet you've been to top. I was gonna say you look like the kind of guy that probably has a top golf membership or at least has been there.
Oh yeah. We go honestly often because I mean it's not expensive, but I mean it can get up there. But yeah, we normally go for like friends and stuff. We go for birthdays and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't think there's that many of them actually. I mean, they're only like in the major cities, right? Major sports areas, kind of. I think.
Yeah, there's like probably like three near me, and then there's like a smaller one that's like
What
an
state are
off.
you in?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm in
know
the
there's
Dallas
at
area.
least a couple in Arizona, but okay. And but
And
there's
then
one here.
there's like some off brand ones that are
Oh,
starting to
okay.
pop up. So
Copycat,
yeah,
like. Hmm. It's kind of I like the idea, but as long I don't know, I was thinking the business would suffer if people don't have extra spending money. I mean, like, I don't know, COVID, all the COVID shit. Maybe they probably took a, I don't know, maybe they did good during COVID because it was something to do. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, because it's all outdoors and stuff. But like, I mean, I only go whenever I'm with a group of people because so like how it works is you rent like a little bay and you
Uh-huh.
just split the price. So you
Okay,
pay
and it's
per
just
hour.
unlimited balls or whatever. Or
Well, yeah, kind of. You pay by the hour, and so they have like little games that you can play, and so you can
okay,
normally play like about two to three of them in an hour.
with how many people you talking about in the group?
Probably like 10 or
Like,
so.
oh, okay, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 people can have fun
Oh
shooting
yeah.
rounds and stuff, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Um,
mean, you have that, and then like they have
yeah. What
couches and tables there, and then they
what's
have
one
a
of those?
waiter.
What does that
What's what?
cost? What does that cost for an hour for one of those things you're talking about? Like that would
Uh,
hold 10 people. Like would it cost you like $30
well, I think it's
a
like
piece or something, or less, or more?
no,
Or
it'd be less with
oh,
that many people. 'Cause it's like 50 or 60 an hour, I think.
oh, that's it. Oh,
So
shoot.
I mean, that's why whenever I go, I just go with other people, and we just split it.
And then it's hardly nothing, and then you can
Yeah,
afford food and
yeah,
everything else. Okay, it's a
yeah, because
good
they have
night
like
out. Okay.
they have the food, the bar, and stuff like that.
That's a
Waiters
great
bring it
way to
right to
have a
you.
private party. I mean,
Oh
really.
yeah,
So, you know what I mean?
yeah. Hmm. They have the
Shoot.
TVs. They have like TVs set up
Even
in your
if you didn't
bay.
golf, you could just do the space and say,
Oh,
"Yeah, we wanted
most
some
people
place
that
that."
go,
Yeah,
like most that go, aren't even like actual golfers. It's just people that go out there and just have
yeah.
fun.
I just don't want to have to clean up after Victor when he throws up. Like that. That'd be cool.
Well, stop sticking your finger down there. Nasty.
That wasn't his finger.
Oh my lord.
It wasn't Saturday night, so
We got some comedians in here tonight.
Oh,
If only I could have said that. That would have really been. That wasn't my finger, Victor.
you have to remember it for next time.
Excuse me, I'm vaping.
I will be right back. I'm gonna see if this.
Because next time it's your throat.
Right. Excuse me. One thing about vaping, I'm always coughing.
Yeah, it's already your throat. Like you're rough. Get ready.
Yeah, so it was cool. I was out there, and this is down in Detroit.
Oh
Pretty, I don't
shit.
know. This
Yeah.
job where I was doing the store, and so I was in the back of this small
Cadillac?
apartment building this guy bought. So they live there, and then they're doing, they're probably doing
Drugs?
pretty good. But anyways, all the units are rented anyways, and it's a decent little place. But so I was in there working, and apparently they have to take care of their own maintenance because this brother came out and said, "Hey, dude, you do doors? I need somebody to change out my door and this and that." So, and he's got his mother. He needs some doors done. She lives somewhere else in Detroit, and so looks like I got a few little jobs for the next
3
day or
doors
two.
down.
Yeah,
Sounds like a
so
pretty
that's
good
cool.
business, man.
Well, I mean, if I work, if I work a whole day, I'll be it's over $200 cash. I mean, yeah, I'm not doing anything that hard,
It's not
and
bad
I'm
for a
not
day.
I'm not
Shit.
busting ass either. I mean, I just tell people as it is. I do a good job, and I'm a perfectionist as far as my work goes. But I do, I like to take a smoke break, and this, and I smoke weed, and so I will work at a good pace, and I'll do a good job, and I'll be fair. I'm not going to cheat anybody, but and we'll just have an agreement,
Tell them
kind
you
of.
smoke weed.
Yeah. Oh, all the people I work for know I smoke weed. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't share that with somebody like that called me up, or somebody says, "Hey, Shelly, my friend Sherry or whatever needs this outlet. Can you do?"
I know this
Like,
pot smoking electrician, man.
exactly. I mean, whatever. I don't hide it for sure. But
He'll do a good job in your house. Don't worry about it. You might smoke a little weed, but all right.
I would say more than half of the time, people they smoke themselves or
I
whatever.
know. It's probably, caught up
Yeah, I
with
mean,
me.
I tell clients that I drink during weddings, so that's just part of it.
What do you mean, clients?
Like couples, it's like I photograph weddings.
Oh, okay. So and then all right. So and you drink at weddings?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Well,
let them
I
know up front.
it seems to me I could imagine a lot of photographers would uh I don't know, for ethical reasons, whatever of their own, would just they don't drink on the job, they'd
Oh yeah,
consider
yeah.
that.
No, a lot of them don't.
Yeah. And probably there's a lot of professional companies that don't allow their photographers to drink at the weddings.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. It's not common. Like when I shoot with other people and they're the main ones, I don't drink.
Uh, well, but I wouldn't be afraid to hit a little vape pipe though. Yeah.
For me, it just, I mean, I guess I don't know. I just react different, or I know how I react to alcohol,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
so I mean that's
I
when I
mean,
do my best work.
like to me, alcohol and weddings go together like nothing, not like like M&Ms and peanuts or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I mean most of the time I have like when I'm shooting, like either the bride or the groom will like trying to get me to take shots with them, so
I
like
mean,
I have to
if
turn them
we
down. Like no,
from time immemorial, man, it's been wine and weddings. It's
Hmm.
celebration, man. It's like, yeah, hell yeah.
All the nasty comes out.
No,
oh
I don't know.
yeah,
You don't have to get drunk and foolish, but everybody knows how fun it can be to dance and the music and everything. You get a little
Hmm.
alcohol going.
Yeah, weddings are alright.
I love
Been to
weddings.
like a couple. Let's see. Actually, I've been to a lot of weddings. Shit.
yeah. I'm at
Gotta
weddings
count.
all the time.
For
It's
like,
gotten to the point where it feels weird when I'm just a guest at a wedding.
I've been to maybe 6 or
Are you
7
single,
weddings.
Bob? Or are you married?
Me, I'm single. I'm divorced.
You're divorced?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
got married
Did
when you were 20?
did you get divorced or did
Uh,
you divorce somebody
Did she
else?
take the dog?
no, I kept the dog.
Oh.
Uh, well, I was what, 24, 25, around there.
Did you divorce
24,
her or she
25.
divorced you?
You hear this, ironic? 24,
Yeah, yeah.
25.
Did she divorce
Don
you or you
Lovett
divorce
tell
her?
Irenic's nephew he wants to get married. 20 years old. He knows this chick less than a
I
year.
think he's actually 21, but yeah,
I don't
21
care.
and he's just
Fucking
21.
let
Sounds
him
like
do it.
me.
Makes him so special.
he
Sounds
met
like
in Ju-
me.
he met in July last year and they're getting married
Yeah,
this July. Or
Crazy.
It
I think they
sounds
actually
happens.
like
met in
me.
September. It wasn't even it was the later summer they met and now they're getting married.
Wait, tell him,
It
Bob.
does happen.
Wish him all luck.
Yeah, my wife
Good luck.
But
like that,
Bond,
Good
right?
luck with that.
did you divorce your wife or did she divorce you?
She divorced me, I guess.
That's okay. Most divorces are initiated by the woman.
Was that after she found you cheating or what?
No, no, no.
Did you
I don't
do
know.
anything?
We got married,
You get into
huh?
some personal shit
Was it
there,
Oh
man.
no,
mutual or
no,
was it
no,
kind of
no.
mutual?
I'm good. I'll
What?
tell you. I'll tell you what happened was I was just too focused in on work, and so I just started spending
Okay.
all my time trying to build up a business,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
so
You couldn't
You know,
respect that,
And
huh?
probably like most men, you thought this will be fucking great for my family
yeah, you know, I mean,
eventually,
Yeah,
that's the goal.
right?
yeah. She
That's the
should
goal.
be looking up to you, admiring you, for your hard
A
work
lot of
on.
late nights, working and stuff like that. Early
Ooh.
mornings,
Did she
weekends.
work?
Yeah, she worked. She worked part time, and then she was finishing up her degree,
Okay.
and
What kind of
then she grad. Do what?
Was she a good worker? I mean, did she bring skills for a company? Like, was she a valuable worker for somebody, or
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
she
She's
was
a
an
good worker.
industrious? She's an industrious person. That's what I meant.
Yeah. I think a part of it was just we were just young,
Hmm.
and we got married too early,
Mhm.
and I spent a lot of time working, and we just
Kind of grew apart, like sort of,
yeah, yeah,
because you didn't spend much time together, like you maybe could
yeah. I
have.
mean, she just wanted more time. Like she wanted all of the nights and the weekends together to do stuff,
And then
and
that turned into
You knew
fighting
this
about
ahead of
it.
time, right?
do what?
Before you got married, this you knew this ahead of time, what your lifestyle was like, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
were you
not
working right?
I wasn't working as much before.
Oh.
Like I picked it up, you know.
Hmm.
And you guys didn't have children then, or?
No, no. We just had a dog.
Well, I
That's
mean,
good.
I don't care what, but that makes splitting up to me. That's hardly. I mean, to me, that's just like a boyfriend and girlfriend breaking up.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No kids involved.
there wasn't like the actual legal process was very easy. So
Well, even the emotional process to me. I mean,
it
especially if it
was
was
it
only
was
four
It's
funny.
like
years, it's like
if
what the
I if I
hell?
if
Like,
me and my wife were get divorced, I'd tell my kids, "Sucks to be you, but it happens," and I just laugh at like, "What you gonna do about it, kids? Grow up. This
Yeah.
is life."
But I did keep the dog. The dog loved me more. So
what kind of dog was it?
Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, okay. Mine's
A little
kind
That's
of like
small.
cool.
a. I got a Yorkie that's a certain kind of Yorkie, but yeah, not quite so hyper as your dog probably.
Yeah, yeah. My dog is very, very hyper. He's smart too. Extremely smart.
My dog's a really good ratter. I mean, oh man. And so I know yours is probably too, but they're similar in that way. Like rodents and stuff. He goes after them
Hmm.
probably, right? If he ever
Uh
seen a rabbit or something, wouldn't he chase
yeah,
it?
he'll go after him, but he won't actually
Oh,
he'll
he
just
don't
get to
try
him
to.
and bark. Yeah, no, he
Oh,
won't try to kill him.
oh, my dog's like too. He's like instinctual. He don't think about it. It's just it's just done. It's like.
With mine, it's more of like a game of him just trying to chase him, and then
Mm,
he's
hmm.
more playful like that.
And maybe a pointer kind of. He likes to point at stuff or.
Yes, yeah,
There
yeah,
it is. What about it, Dad? Huh? Jay? Yeah.
yeah. He's smart. I've seen him do some stuff that had me scratching my head.
Like I would never have one of those dogs, but a dog I would never have even worse is a min pin. Like my son had this freaking min pin, dude, miniature pincher. Oh
I
my god!
think I think my dog has some miniature Doberman in him.
Because those things, I mean, this one, anyways, was so hyper. I mean, he put most Jack Russells to shame. This thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think
He would
mine has
literally
some
just
min
stand
pin.
and jump, and he'd get like 5 feet off the ground. I
Yeah,
mean, oh,
yeah.
man. Yeah. I was like, son, where'd you get this? My girlfriend gave him to me. Oh, she didn't like you, huh? Yeah, but in my son was an addict, full blown in the addict years. I mean, the dumbest thing. Well, I don't know. A dog might be a good idea for a certain kind of guy, maybe that owned a home and was set in place, and you knew the dog is at least would be there, or something. But or you could come by and feed the dog. But he was in no. Yeah, he wasn't a person to have anything. Fucking.
Hmm.
Although he did keep care of this one toad for an awful long time before it finally died. But because of his heroin addiction, his fucking toad died. I mean, these are toads that are like, they expect to live 20 years and some shit. Keep these
Mm.
toads. And he was real proud of it and everything, but yeah, because he's into that shit. Oh, well. He's past that now. I mean, it's amazing how well he does taking care of my grandson. He's got a kid now, or he's got two kids, but
You have grandkids?
I have four. Yeah, I have four grandkids. Two and two. Like my son has two boys, and my daughter has a boy and a girl and a boy, in that order actually. And let's see. I'm trying to think how old the oldest one is. I think the oldest is like 9. Would that be right? Let's see. 26, 14. No, 13, 10. And yep. Your daughter have children yet, Victor? Or do they
No,
plan? They plan
I
on
don't know.
having.
They talk about once in a while, but I don't know.
What about Junior? What's his that? Does he want to have kids when he gets older or whatever?
I think he's just playing the game right now. He doesn't talk about it.
I mean, is he the kind of like, is he a fan? Like, does he look forward to having a family or not? You don't talk about it that
He
much.
doesn't talk about it like that, really. No.
How old is he?
19.
Good time, man.
Here's the thing. Do you want him to eventually like move on out?
No, there's other plans I have for him. He can do what he wants to do, but not really move out just to buy just to buy enough for addition to the property or that to the house to
I
add
see.
on his own place to it, because he's eventually going to end up with this property. My daughter's showing interest in it. She's already looking to move some other places with her boyfriend. So
Okay, yeah, that's a different dynamic then, because yeah, it would pay him to invest in that place.
right, 'cause it's going to be his. So eventually, I like him to take it all, take it over the responsibilities and all that.
I
He's
mean,
already working
generally,
and paying rent, probably paying into it, but I still want him to, go and finish up, do his college and do his thing first, of course. So I'm not gonna put any heavy load on him.
generally, it's naturally the cheapest way to do things if you can get by with it, as long as you don't have a conflict with your old man.
Well, I mean, there's no conflict. Why would there be a conflict?
No, I'm just
Well,
saying.
that's what I was gonna get at. Yeah,
I
because I was
wasn't talking
gonna.
about your situation, just any situation where, like, hey, a young guy, that's ideal. If you can uh, build a place where on your family property, your dad's good with that, and it's going to be yours. Like, fuck, that's
Mhm.
ideal. I
Yeah.
mean, I would think. But sometimes it just doesn't work out with the people. Maybe the kid has to go to school and he thinks he has to go out of state. And so that takes him over here for 4 years, and then whatever. I don't
Well,
know.
whatever he wants to do. I mean, I really only thing I'm pushing him anything into is to make sure he continues some of his education with something.
I mean, obviously, it's not. It's not like New York City. If somebody had that kind of aptitudes or whatever, they wanted a big city. That ain't the place to be.
Well, I mean,
If
if you
you
want
like
to
the
do it
big
better
city.
than what is, plus, I mean, there's also other things too. You don't want to hire somebody to mow the lawn or fix a track. You want to make sure you can fix it yourself. You want to make sure you can maintain the property when it comes down, anything from plumbing to electrical. That's what the kid has to know. The more important things, like basics, maintenance, and
That is kind of
taking care
neat.
of yourself.
It kind of is neat to know, like, that you can go to somebody, and if there's a problem, right where to, at least, to go to, because the place. It's nice being the owner of a place and having a history with it. Because you've been there with all the additions. I mean, nobody else has, right?
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much an empty shell with the makeshift seat
But
put in. Yeah, so I pretty much built it.
like I
Of
have
course,
the issue now that there's ideas I have about remodeling or doing different things in this place, and man, do I wish I could ask my dad this, like, but he ain't, that knowledge died with him, It's like, fuck.
Mhm. All right, boys, I'm getting tired. Y'all have a good night now, all right?
All
Good
right,
night.
Jojo. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. So, does anybody want to stir up some conversation here?
Sure.
What are you going to argue with Bond about, Todd?
Micro versus fuck, I forgot what it was called.
So,
Micro versus macro photography.
so Bond, is Jill older than Todd?
I think so. Jill's like in his 50s,
Yeah,
I
man,
think.
he's fucking old as shit.
Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
I was just
older
joking when I
man
said that.
on YouTube?
Yeah, I think he's like in his 50s, something like that.
Okay, I was
Todd's
going
like,
to
what are
ask.
you, like 28, 29?
31.
Oh, 31. Okay, thinking of someone else then.
So, is this true, Bond?
Oh, yes. I mean, that's how everyone thinks, pretty much, almost.
I think you're thinking of a what's his face lizard, right?
I mean, what I would
Maybe.
say is this kind of should be everybody's secret attitude. Emphasis
No,
on secret.
because I always find it funny when someone goes into a stream and they're like, "Yeah, I'm a Christian," and somebody was like, "Well, what do you think about this?" And they start like quizzing them, basically, and then yeah, that just cracks me up.
Okay, another problem I have with that method is like, okay, to me, it's obvious then that there are people who tick all the right boxes for you who aren't Christians, though, because we all know there, some percentage are just,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So it kind of makes a mockery of even like if you think about it, like this is where like to me, just a thinking person would be like, oh yeah, it's dumb for me to judge people that way, isn't it? Yeah. I don't want to be seen as stupid and foolish and ignorant. That's the biggest reason not to do those kind of claims. It ain't because you're rude. That it ain't, it's not that part. It's you know what I mean? So,
yeah, yeah,
but Tog is like, fuck that. I'll be fucking retarded if I want to.
Was it the Lord's
So
wisdom?
yeah, he's,
The,
go.
the words
I
of the
believe in your
Lord
right
is
to be
foolish in
retarded,
the eyes
Tog.
of men. So there you go, ironic. The Lord's wisdom is foolishness to
You
men.
don't
So
often
by all
get
means, call me a fool.
instant affirmation, Bond, like you just heard. But you're right. I mean, it's so funny.
Tar, you
I
stirring
mean,
stuff up?
excuse me for taking my faith seriously and just letting vagrants not disrespect of it by saying they can shit all over me. It's okay.
Now,
That's how you get yourself stoned, buddy.
I would kind of, I would just, I could, I think I'll just be
Sorry.
nice and say that doesn't, non-responsive. I mean, it doesn't even acknowledge what we're talking about, Tog. That's what's so funny.
I think it does actually. And this is not turning out the way I wanted to. I'm talking. You guys can't see what I'm doing.
I mean, I already talked to Bond. Were you listening to me chastising this brother earlier about his calling people out?
I kind of caught part of it, but not a lot of it. I was in and out of working.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. Well, like I said, I can only speak the words.
Yeah, but I'm gonna head out because I got to go to the gym and it's already getting to be midnight. So
Sounds good.
I
Well,
will.
Oh damn, it is
Right on.
midnight.
So I will see y'all later.
have a
See ya.
good one, Bob. I'll probably shut it down at
All
1
right.
o'clock in 8
All right.
minutes.
That's gay.
Looking for.
I'm looking at now from that view right now that almost looks like one of my X-rays of my back surgery. Like that cross thing looks like my hardware in my back with the ribs around. You can see that. Yeah, it's cool.
There
I
it
should show
is.
it. I'll show it to you. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Is that where the cross burned you and they found you're a vampire? Try to get you.
Let me see. I'll pull it up right now. I'll show you. I mean, it. Like I said, it doesn't. It's not. It just made me think of it. Okay, it's not a like it's not gonna look exactly like anything. I just gotta figure out how to get to my drive. Let's see.
Earth. Just Megatron. I don't know. I'm bored as shit. I'm just playing with OBS, and I'm like Megatron. That actually looks pretty good.
I don't blame you. I mean, I was waiting for someone to get on today, and I don't know. No one.
Well,
And then
I think it's because
I got
Wild was
home
on
and
all
nobody
night.
was on, but even Wildheart was. Okay, maybe I'll show this one. Present. Show screen.
Yeah, Wildfire was on earlier, but he stopped to watch that Hovid thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh god,
What a
dude,
waste of time.
I
The
know,
witch?
dude. It's like I was like, I am actually like I feel stupid now. I was like, wow, it's like
You went there, right?
this
I
guy
went
is
there to
so
look
fucking
too. I
retarded,
saw
man.
everyone there. I was like, wow, so many people here just for one fucking piece of shit.
Right,
Like,
just to be like, what the fuck is this guy been going on and on about? Fuck this noise.
See what I
and
mean, Todd?
everyone's. Oh, it does, yeah.
I mean, it just made me think of it. That's all. See the screws right there? Those are screws
Oh, that was the Aerosmith logo
right here, and there's I don't know that there's these. This is a screw right here, and then this is a screw here,
What
and
caused
then
that
this
injury?
this is a rod going between these two pieces that they tighten into the rod and it holds everything solid. I don't know. It was just
That's
part
the
of
gayest
that
thing I heard in
repair.
3 days. What caused that injury?
Just
I don't
know, heredity or
Just
wear and tear or
deterioration.
some kind of shit. Yeah,
was gonna
just
say it looks like it's holding up your ass. Like it's holding up your spine and your ass together. Like, hey,
I
we got
wish.
this.
I wish it was
Because it
holding
kind of
my
looks like
ass up.
your fucking hips are like right there too, the way it was in the X-ray. Have this
Yeah.
like big ass white thing, just like fucking look fucking Jimmy rig too. Like the motherfucker just like had a
Right.
couple beers and just the game's on. You're there, right? Dude, that's fucking crazy. Because then you get the stories where like people are like, "Oh, I'm in pain, I'm in pain," and they go to the doctor and it turns out like there's a pair of fucking scissors or some shit in them, right?
Right,
Crazy.
yeah.
Something they swallowed when they were like a fucking kindergartner, and then it's like,
Wow, that's crazy. That happens too.
their kitty scissors was in the guy's intestines for fucking 60 years. Some crazy stuff that happens.
Yep. Now I gotta see if I can find a Megatron voice.
Man, I was just thinking how innocent my childhood was compared to like kids growing up today. I mean, like uh Ripley's Believe It or Not was a fucking, you pick up that fucking paperback and read all about fucking things and like that's what you do, and like that's what we were doing, shit like that, thinking about, oh, how can we make it into the world's record, this fucking silly thing.
We should look at the freaks. We had the book. We had that Guinness Book of World Records in the garage, like a real thick ass book, and had a lot of like black and white photos in there. We're just like watch all the freaks, like the fattest guy, the longest beard, longest fingernails, thinning
Right.
But
space women. Weird
did
shit like that.
you or any of your friends ever seriously take on like doing something to get into the Guinness Book of World Records?
They talked about it, but I mean, I wouldn't think of doing anything realistically at the time. Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm gonna play Pac-Man till this and that. Or I'm gonna jump rope or this." I was like, "Oh, what the fuck? Go for it."
I mean, I don't know.
They
Like,
talked
Jump
about
rope for heart. I miss that.
it.
I think Guinness, don't they have like an amusement park or I don't know, some kind of I don't
They
know.
have a
Do they have a
museum in Hollywood.
like? Okay, like I thought they had at least like or something like in Disneyland or something like that.
I don't think in
Okay,
Disneyland, no.
well, they might have something in Florida. Is that true? Is that possible? Guinness. You said
Possible, I
they have
know.
one in California,
They have a
like in
museum. I
Hollywood.
know they have a museum out there. I've been there a couple
Is
times.
it like a
On
wax
the trip.
museum kind of thing?
They have wax figures there, but not really all that. It's like
Okay,
yeah,
it's a lot of different
the
artifacts
coffin
concerning.
of a certain Western criminal, the gun, the mummified hand of this guy or whatever. There's a bunch of
Okay,
crap, really.
gotcha.
A
I
bunch
mean,
of
just
junk.
whatever they can present, like in that
Yeah, a bunch
form.
of
That
junk. Yeah, the B-rated movie.
like a B-rated.
It was always that type of show anyway, or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
It was always trying to grab you.
I was just thinking. I mean, I don't think Guinness Book of World Records is holding anybody's attention these days. I mean, are they still publishing?
Yeah, a
Well,
lot of people say they buy it. It's like a pay to get into the book now.
yeah, it's all
That's
goofy
all
now. Before it
hearsay.
was like about freaks, it's all about the freaks. Now it's about like who can juggle for 10 days. It's all pretty much like whatever now. You can't do like freaks anymore because it's not kosher.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was always you could come up with your own thing as long as it was sort of well defined, and and it seems like it would be up to the publishers to, obviously, if a story was, had some real, interesting facts about it, uh, that was the kind of thing they'd be likely to publish, and say,
And the
these
guy in
fools
Japan who
did this.
masturbated for 300 hours straight.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna call.
That
Yeah,
that really makes the grade. That makes a book really cool.
that I mean, that one ended up on the editing floor, but the guy's got a big laugh about it, reading the mail.
Look what I can do. Oh.
Hey Charlie, check out this fucker. He said he claims he's jacked off straight for 36 hours. What should we publish him?
Yeah, that sells.
Now, I mean, you might at least have an argument for like longest erection, I don't think that's
That's
in
gay.
there, but
That'd be fucking crazy.
That'd be real kind of gay though.
Wait, how's it gay to have a long erection?
No, because you gotta like somebody's gotta be out there to measure it and test it all out. I mean, if I'm gonna enter the competition, I want to make sure that it's all it's all fair and level.
Exactly. Oh my god. Oh. Or maybe I don't know. I guess you could.
Well, what if they get a gay person to like monitor? I guess,
you
or a
wouldn't
woman
just
even.
accept. You wouldn't accept the video evidence, live video evidence.
The video evidence.
There it is. It's still hard. You can see. There's the clock ticking away.
All right, but at hour 53, he slows down. You see that? Does that a stop? Does that count?
Yeah, look,
Oh, I
it's
see a little bit of a bend.
It's starting to
Yeah,
limp.
give the
Oh, he's back
It's
up.
giving. It's giving. It's giving.
Right?
Aw.
Got the judges on it.
It's like an announcement. Who wants their hot dogs? Right?
As you can see right here, this vein is not pulsating hard as it was before.
This portion of the show brought to you by Oscar Mayer.
Oscar Mayer. Oh shit, that was good.
Play by
Yeah, I don't call people out. Ironic. They call themselves out.
Oh, is that it?
That's always been the case.
Okay, Tog. I'm not going to argue with you. I see everything you say just goes in the back of that truck, and at the end of the shift, it's like,
Technically, I am a garbage man. I do take out people's trash, and so when people have trash arguments, it's my job to also throw those out, right? Makes sense too. It's my job to clean the world from pollution and bad doctrine. Save it. Make it worthy for the next generation. If they fuck it up, well, then that's not my problem. Fuck it. Fuck them. I'll join them.
Mhm. Well, I was gonna, like I said, I would feel like signing off if you guys want to, or I don't know. I just don't want to bore anyone to death.
It's your call, boss.
It's your stream. I'm just fucking around. I'm waiting till 2 o'clock.
What's that too?
Um, calling a old friend. Just
Oh,
I
okay.
might fall asleep and wait till tomorrow, but I don't know.
No, I know. I mean, one thing I got to do is get a bill together for this guy and text it to him so he can send me some cash. But
I
that's
gotta
all.
do
I mean,
invoices too.
I got to take Jackson out to take a shit so he doesn't shit in the house because I fed him a couple hours ago, but he's cool right now. But anyways, that's like I said. I think I'll probably call it a night.
All right.
Right on.
Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. It was fun.
Catch y'all later.
Yep. See ya.
Yeah. Take care.
Off to another watering hole. Probably praises just